Go. So I guess we're live now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Welcome to the...
Amazing.
I can hear myself, so yeah, we are live. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Today I'm here with Izzy and Carly, who were here last time. We are sadly missing Raquel because she is off ill today, but she will be back next week, if anyone remembers her.
Yeah, everyone's remembering Raquel.
Everyone remembers Raquel.
Can't forget Raquel.
We're going to get a lot less viewers this week.
It's going to be... Have we got the right...
Person makes it.
Right, I am right. I always do the vision mixing from the laptop I do the references on.
That's something to unpack, and maybe later someone else should do the
Something to
references.
unpack. I don't even know if I'm...
Yeah.
Have a multiplayer.
I think when we move from upstairs, we'll figure it out. But thus far, we have not figured anything out.
No.
So anyway, today we're playing the game Gris, which if I figure out this really quickly...
Have either of you ever
Has anyone
played the
played
game
it?
Gris?
So I've never played it. This was actually like Raquel's recommendation, and she's not here to back it. But we'll play it nonetheless.
Do we know what it's about?
It's about a girl. Were you just reading it? I don't personally know what it's about.
I read the wrong thing.
That's good.
I read
Good stuff.
what it's not.
Oh, okay. What? Why
Yeah.
is someone...
Well, because when you Google it, it says people also ask what is the meaning behind Gris, and they say it's delicate and deathless. And then they said, which I missed, one issue in many video games one issue many video games have when trying to work through grief is death in the game. Gris is an experience free of danger, frustration, or death.
This is about death. It's about the 5 stages of grief. I remember we looked at this last week.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
5
Then it is
stages of Gris.
sad.
Am I right?
No.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful
Yeah.
metaphor for the stages of grief. Why do we keep doing sad stuff?
Yeah, I can't remember who passes away at the start.
I'm
Well, there
gonna
are
play the trailer while we do this, while we read the synopsis.
Is Gris a sad game?
I'm sure it is. Oh, this is
It's a
this isn't the trailer,
beautifully-
it's the full game.
People said that, I remember looking at the YouTube comments that people were talking about that it's like helped them survive in lockdown because it really represented their experience of how depressing lockdown was, and it's kind of hopefulness that things are going to get better.
That's kind of nice.
It is, but it's like a very,
It's
Poignant
beautifully
game.
Did it
depressing
come out in lockdown?
experience.
I assume so.
All right.
Maybe like post-lockdown, their experience.
We look much nicer than last week.
A masterclass in the
Well said.
evocative romanticism of depression and death.
Good. Good stuff. So yeah, basically Raquel recommended this because of the art style. Are we definitely live?
I mean, I think so.
I think I clicked the
Yeah.
buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're live.
This is on the main screen,
Yeah.
and I'm staring at my
Should
computer.
it be on
It should be on
homepage?
SHOWstudio.
It's not on
It's not on
homepage at
that.
the moment.
Maybe ask design.
I
to
don't know if design knew they were supposed to.
rectify. We're not on.
Are you asking design?
Can you ask
It's a
design?
classic.
I wasn't sure if that's what you were typing.
I just wanted to check that we're released on.
Did you check YouTube?
We're on YouTube, is it? Oh, it's not. I think someone unlisted it.
Unlisted.
Yeah, I thought I published.
You said you were making it public. I remember that.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. Cool. Right.
How do I find it on
Which viewers
YouTube?
saw everything?
How do I find it on YouTube?
It will come up now.
Ah.
There you go. Cool. So let's replay that.
Do I have to pay attention to comments?
Yeah. If you want.
Other comments.
I love
I
comments.
mean, no.
She recommended it because of the art style, and like there was kind of like a trend to these sort of hand-drawn games.
illustration.
I feel like games went from really low bit stuff, really blocky, to like 3D when everyone figured out they could do 3D.
Yeah.
And they started figuring out that you can make it really realistic. And then if you didn't have the budget to make something really realistic, you went like really stylized. That's where all these like hand-drawn, really arty games started coming up, and they've obviously just get better and better.
Yeah.
So this stuff is crazy.
I mean, I'd argue it's more interesting a video game being like this than realistic.
Yeah, I'd say they age better. We think we had this
too.
conversation either in the week or
Yeah.
before.
It's like when you watch old CGI and like it just like really dates it quickly.
Yeah. Well, you see like the difference between like old 3D CGI and old physical effect CGI.
Yeah.
So like where they've, like for example, it's probably a bad example, that dinosaur film, Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah.
The effects in that, they kind of hold up, I feel, because they were 50% like physical, and then I think that was like one of the first movies that started to use 3D, but
Yeah.
like,
But that was, I mean, Jurassic Park was really well done.
yeah, it was, to be fair.
But like something like this, like obviously it does age, but it's not the same type of aging. Like you're not gonna be able to tell the same way.
No, yeah. Well, I think it's hand drawn. Like, I guess
It's watercolor,
paintings
isn't it?
don't really age badly.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
They're like wine.
But it also feels like, I can't remember any games in my head, but I feel like in 2010, kind of playing games on the iPad, which is what we're about to play, it was all this effect. It's kind of timeless, but has continued on, which is kind of a sign of a good art style, really. The fact that not much has really changed. I'm trying to think of the games that used to play on the iPad, but they were very similarized, like stylistic, this illustration kind of element.
Yeah. And also, I feel like there's something I quite like about having the touchscreen. Obviously, it's been around for like literally a decade, more than that now.
More than a decade, yeah.
Well, good touchscreens. So I always think of the best, when touchscreens got good was when the first iPhone came out.
Yeah.
And that was when it like behaved as you wanted it to.
iPod Touch.
But that was at the same time, no? iPhone and iPod
earlier.
Touch.
Well, you know, iPod Touches were the first. No.
Right, well, I mean, whenever Apple did it then, I guess.
Because you had your iPod Touch, which was like, you couldn't really do much to take pictures and games and music. And then you had to have a separate phone to actually call.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But like it was a good interface.
Yeah.
And then, because that was when, but previous to that, you would have...
2007.
Yeah. Previous to that, you had things like, I want to say like Palm Pilots and like those like HP hybrid things, which were like, you had the stylus on it and it was like a capacitive. It wasn't capacitive, it was resistive.
Yeah.
You would have to like calibrate it every like 30 seconds because it would drift and like...
The first
the
iPhone was also 2007.
Do you guys remember at school when they brought in this smart like blackboards?
Touchboard.
And like it was such a privilege to tap to recalibrate the screen.
So funny, yeah.
I was gonna say like we went to school at really different times, but we did have that. But we did go to school like a decade apart.
Yeah, but similar. Different, probably different school, but just different.
Yeah,
like,
we definitely did. Like I think at the end of like high school, we got those. I didn't get to press the thingies.
I don't think I did, but
they weren't really in anything yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they weren't a regular yet.
And you always get the odd teacher that would write on the actual like whiteboard pens or something, and it was always like a whole, not a scandal.
Writing on the thing with the pen. It's like,
yeah, and it'd be like, you
just grow up. Like you know it's not a real whiteboard.
Yeah,
Don't write on it.
It happened all the time.
With the wrong pen. Yeah, it's like, there goes another grand or something.
Yeah, because they were so expensive.
I had the opposite. I had the teachers that like wrote on the dry erase boards with a permanent marker.
Oh yeah, that's classic as well.
But I also like am from the day of, remember the projectors that are like,
yes, I know,
just the light box and you put it, like
classic.
They're really cool though. I remember like being so amazed watching like whoever was in charge like pushing, because we'd had to do hymns at school, but like pushing the thing and as it was changing, it was like, this is like the pinnacle of technology.
This is it, guys. We've made it.
Made it.
really good.
I remember sidekicks. Do you remember sidekicks?
No,
the, like
sidekicks.
Yeah, I really want it.
Oh, the flip up.
So bad.
Yeah.
I spent hours on eBay looking for one of those because they can only get them in America.
I was
Not
going to say, was it like during your regression phase?
Yeah, I'm going through a deep.
They're only American.
They were only in American, like T-Mobile or something, or either T-Mobile. You get them on Sprint as well, or something.
Yeah.
And then they were in like some American TV show. I was like, fuck, they're cool. Just like scoured eBay, and obviously, even if I bought one, it wouldn't have worked properly.
No. Did you guys ever jailbreak your phones? Because that was the whole thing.
I did that once.
Jailbreak it to do what though?
To just.
I don't know, but I used to like. I never did it. I was too.
Jailbroke
scared,
my
but-
iPhone to use it here.
Oh really?
Yeah, because if you get an iPhone on contract in the States, like you can't put another SIM in it until you've like had it for 2 years and it's out of contract or you've like fully paid it. So I'd have to break it. So when I studied here, I broke it so I could like use it.
Ooh. Naughty.
Eh.
What did you jailbreak yours for, Michael?
I think I just wanted to do it, you know, like I didn't have an end goal.
Well, that's the thing. I've never heard of like a reason to do it. Like, but it was like all the documents that were coming out that you could do it.
It was basically like, you know, back in the day, you couldn't have folders, you couldn't have like everything was locked off. The original reason to jailbreak an iPhone was to put apps on it, and it was like you could only have like your front screen. So it was something like if you would have to like if you got an app on it and it would like break the interface or something. It was something like that, and you had to like jailbreak it to even like
do anything interesting.
Do anything with it until they started bringing out like making it into what it is. But yeah,
you've come a long way.
Yeah, I didn't get my first iPhone until like 2012.
Yeah.
So I think it was already doing like what it does now, basically.
Also, side note, I also really wanted one of these.
What is that?
So there's this moment in Iron Man 1 when he gets, right at the beginning, when he gets like blown up and kidnapped. And then he has his phone and it flips sideways.
Oh, that's so cool.
So it's like this and it does that.
Nice.
Pictures.
And I was like, holy shit, I want one of those as well.
Is that a real phone?
Cool.
I think so. So also, there was a time.
Another cool phone.
That is a cool phone.
There was a time where phone innovation was at its peak.
Like interesting. Yeah.
And like, it was like, you could go on eBay. I spent a lot of time on eBay. Just go on eBay and like find crazy phone things. Like there was the phone that would like open like this and it also spanned, the Nokia.
What?
Do you remember that?
No.
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 Mate, you haven't they need to bring them all back.
Well, they did bring the flip phone back that I'm like
Oh yeah.
super into, but like I'm a Mac user.
Yeah.
And like, can I switch to Android for one phone?
You should start look at that. Look at that.
No.
Look
That
at
is
that bad boy.
mental.
Do they take videos?
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
like
it looks like a little
such
video
a gimmick. It's such a
camcorder.
gimmick. Like they have a bigger camera in there.
Yeah. I mean, I used to fall hook, line, and sinker for a gimmicky phone, so sold.
I mean, that's where we are now. Yeah, look, because it does that as well.
That's cool.
So unnecessary. The screen's
Also,
like
though,
this big.
like, was it the T9 typing where you have to press every key like 15 times just to get one word out?
You still have to do
Was it
that.
140 characters?
Ridiculousness.
BlackBerry Slide.
I had that.
Yeah.
Oh, I had one of those as well.
It's not called a BlackBerry Slide though, is it?
I don't know what it's called.
Like Torch or
have,
something.
Torch, yeah, that's the one on the money.
I had a BlackBerry Torch. Torch?
Oh God, yeah.
And it was working perfectly fine. And then one day I went to sleep and I woke up and it was in multiple pieces and no longer working. And my guess is, I was in university, is that it was probably making a lot of noise and I wasn't waking up because I'm a heavy sleeper or was a heavy sleeper. And like someone was probably just like, nah, we're not doing this anymore.
Oh right, they just took the battery out. Yeah, they just smashed your phone.
Oh no, they just like it was out. It was in pieces like neatly.
Oh, I see. I see.
Oh
I
right.
was like, someone definitely was like, she's not waking up to her alarm. I'm just taking it out instead of being like,
Do you
hey.
have to share a room?
My first year only.
Right.
I nipped that real quick.
Yeah. That is such a.
Yeah. I studied abroad and had to
Unique.
spend a room with 2 other people here. Yeah.
We should
An
probably
apartment with 6. Should we be playing a game while I talk about this?
Yeah, while we chat. But yeah, no.
Can I move this around?
Chris.
Yeah, you can move it around. Just keep it plugged in. I'll let you know. It'll be immediately obvious if anything falls apart.
Oh, it's
yeah.
very warm.
Yeah.
All right. Should I do it? Press new
Do it.
game?
New
Press new
game.
game.
What's challenges? Press
Maybe
new
that comes
game.
later.
My arm kind of hurts.
Okay. So yeah. So phones were great. What else was better back in the day?
What else was better?
Music. You could just take any music you wanted.
LimeWire.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Anything you wanted, and films. They were literally all on YouTube. You just like.
Is it
Steal everything.
You could.
Is that not still
No
a thing?
consequences.
You can.
Kind of.
I reckon you can. Torrents are still a thing for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably better than ever. Probably thriving, to be honest. But what I don't get is like, say you're a DJ now. you have to actually work to find the file of what you want to play. Like, say a new song comes out, then you have to like go and buy it like a real person. You can't just like. I mean, there probably are sites that just do it, and if you're a DJ, you actually just know. But yeah, like you can't pull the file out of Apple Music, for example.
Yeah, but also now I don't own any music anymore.
Yeah.
So like
No one owns anything. Yeah.
yeah, so like if streaming stopped tomorrow, I only have music from like 2010 and before that I like personally have stored somewhere.
Do you think we should become like digital preppers?
What does that mean?
You know, preppers will like hoard stuff.
Doomsday preppers.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
I
like,
am one.
We should be
For
like.
sure.
I should be like on the iPod Classic with everything downloaded.
Yeah.
Just
I still
in
have
case.
my iPod Touch. I don't know if it works though.
The problem is the batteries die. I know someone who still had a Classic like a year ago
Dang.
and was just like living his best life.
My dad had that till like I think it was 2 years ago. He took it in and they were literally like, "What is this?" Because they're like new Apple Store employees. And he was like, "Oh, it's my iPhone," and they were like, "We don't have any parts for this."
Is it not an iPhone then? I can't do anything.
Like he doesn't have a Gmail account or anything. Like he has his own like.
Neither does my dad though.
But it's great because like Gmail was like semi-hacked a few years ago, and he was so like just living his best life, knowing that like everything was like closed off on this third-party website.
All my spam is safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Why am I falling? Do we know what's happening?
This is the first stage of death. Falling.
Is she dying?
She was in a rock hand and then she collapsed and then she started falling.
It's like support. Let's try
Do we have any viewers who can lead me in some insight into what this game is?
Yeah, is anyone? Should I get on the
very
comms?
sad. You can on the. I don't know if you can see it, but on actually YouTube you can.
Spider-Chan. Who's Spider-Chan?
I don't know. What the,
What does Spider-Chan tell me?
Otto. What is Spider-Chan, Mark?
Oh,
There we go. What were you saying?
swipe and hold.
I was gonna say you could get it up on. It's not. If you can see it on there, it's fine.
Oh,
I wasn't sure if you could see it on.
Yeah, they can see my screen. I just keep leaving on that, but I should be
How long do I hold for?
references and stuff. As long as it takes.
Whoa.
Whoa. We have to read. We can't let just like absolutely fail. So yeah, one thing we
I
were
will
talking
absolutely
before
fail
we
every
went
minute.
off on like flippy, twisty phones.
Yeah.
Do you remember, on another side note, the like getting a case for having your Nokia,
Yeah.
and then that had that like hybrid leather plastic case, which
Yeah.
also was a belt hook. And then you had your phone here.
like a proper-
It's like everyone's dad did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like businessmen.
Yeah,
move.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Do you remember as well, like
This is not
phones
gonna work.
used to have like the little, the tiny little attachment at the top. You could like put like I don't know, like I was like you probably don't have dolls, but you could put like stuff on your phone.
Bells.
You could like customize
Dolls.
dolls.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like the little
thing.
hook you have at the top.
I used to have a Pooh Bear that wore other. Oh, this is weird now that I think about it. But like a little Winnie the Pooh that wore other, like piglets and
This is
Eeyores
it.
over
That's
them.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never actually had that Nokia.
Weapon.
I think I figured it out, but I don't really know what I'm doing.
I had like the cool version of this, and I actually loved it. It was like
What's the
basically
cool
this.
version?
It was basically a 3310, but like orange, and it was like the next one up, that one.
What?
Oh my god! Oh no, I'm gonna get hacked. This.
That is actually the colorway. That's
And
like
the lights,
perfect.
but the lights on the side were lit up.
Oh, she's running now.
Did you ever have the shoes like that lit up?
I think that's like a 4-year-old.
You definitely wanted them though. I feel like everyone wanted them. Like they were so cool.
Did you guys have the Nextel phones that had like the walkie-talkie situation built into it?
Really?
Yeah. So if you had someone else who had one, you could like hold it down and like walkie-talkie them.
This is when like technology used to be cool because it used to be
Yeah.
just pure innovation.
Like
Just
mine
always
was
fun.
purple and had a holographic butterfly
Innovation.
that was over the screen. Like really just gems all around.
Hi Dell, how's it going? Dell says hi from Australia.
Hi, Aussie,
Hi.
Australia. I don't know what I'm saying.
You getting it? Do you understand it? It looks pretty good.
No, I don't understand at all what I'm doing, but I'm having fun.
So I've also been thinking about
I'm getting farther and farther
game.
away.
Yeah.
we're making. And I wonder if we have to go, I need to talk to Danny about it, but if we have to be low frame rate as well.
To make it feel more like old school.
Yeah, do we want
Yeah.
to make it feel, because this is like, I'm not going to say it's like the successor to pixel art games, but like,
It's this, of the same vein in
Yeah.
terms of like it's been manually.
So I know I can run back and forth, but what am I supposed to be
you
doing?
just keep going.
Yeah, I think you just
Always just
follow
keep
it.
going, left to
don't
right,
go-
Mario rules.
Are those the Mario rules?
You always just go left to right in all games, that's just how it is.
Do you guys ever have Heelys?
Yeah.
What's a
I think
Hebe?
I had Heelys for like, I think I had one pair.
Hebe or Heelys?
It's like, it's a shoe with a heel.
Yeah, I know Heeley.
Yeah. They came back briefly
they?
recently, yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Like, yeah, it was the cooler time.
Oh.
I just think like, I think it's happening again now. Like there are some like, but I think like the barrier to entry of tech is almost big business. You have to have quite a lot of money. Or you have to have a really simple, smart idea to break into it, and then you make money, and then you do a big idea. Because like everyone's done all the little things.
Yeah. Remember that at one point there was a group of people that were creating like a modular-based cell phone?
I do. I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
What happened to that? Because that was like actually really
It was so
exciting.
good.
But I think in practice, like no one actually wants that. If you think
I
about
do.
it, no one wants to make the decision. You want it for about 5 seconds, but once
Yeah.
you buy it, you're not like buying new parts every other week, you know?
But like that would get me away from an iPhone. And Android at this point is just another iPhone to me.
Oh,
because
yeah.
they all do the same thing. But like if I could actually choose what it did, I have no idea what it
But I think like the problem was at the end of the day, you just want like a good camera. It makes calls. It goes on social media,
Yeah.
and that's what they're all boiled down to,
is that what I want?
apparently.
Are you sure?
Oh no. Well, what else do you want? Like a blood oxygen level?
Play music?
Androids do like. I remember like back in 2016, someone had an Android phone and like they was taking their heart rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
Isn't
Apple
that like
Watch
that?
does that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the thing. It's like, but this was like years ago. It was doing
yeah.
that as literally as when they put their fingerprint in to get into their phone.
Yeah.
Like it would tell them their heart rate and kind of how their health was doing.
I kind of missed the like fingerprint thing.
Fingerprint was so good by comparison of like
You
Face
like it?
ID.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Like I had it at school, and if you wanted to text at school, it was
You
great.
don't have to put your face
You don't
up.
have to put your whole face. You just put your finger, and you kind of
non-school.
it's like. It's
Also, so much
good.
better with the whole like mask situation.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a pain. Trying to pay
think-
for things.
Because some of them went. There was. Do you remember this? It's like, my like thing is like, do you remember this moment in history, tech-wise? The point where they wanted to get rid of the buttons basically, but you needed like some sort of biometric thing. So they either were going to do the camera thing or the thumb thing. And
Yeah.
at the same time, there was like Oppo or something got the thumb through the screen
Okay.
sensor working, and then like Apple seemingly just didn't manage to do it, so they doubled down on Face ID.
Right.
Oh.
So they just went the Face ID route rather than the behind the screen thumbprint route. I think it must have been like a patent thing.
Yeah.
But like, I don't hate Face ID. I think it's like, it's definitely getting better. But
But would you wear glasses?
no.
Because that's like the moment you put your glasses on, does not recognise you.
Can't you do two faces?
Yeah, you can also
Probably.
do
You
it
could
with
get
your
around
mask
it.
now.
Yeah, you know, you can do it with the mask
So
on.
that's a me problem, not an Apple problem.
Yeah, you just got to sort it out. You must be able to
yeah.
like hold or something and jump higher, maybe? You think?
Can you double tap?
Or
I'm sure
jump
you've
off.
done most of this before.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to go to that.
You can't get stuck this early on.
Do you have to,
It's me.
you know, when you fell
you go.
down, does that lead you, like, does the path lead you back that way?
Am I collecting whatever this is? Yeah.
I think so. This
You've
sort
got
of,
two now.
game is
Yeah.
just sort of an experience. I think you just sort of keep going. It tells a story through dots and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, do I want that dot?
You just draw it, no?
You think?
Connect the dots.
Oh,
Oh,
I just don't want to fall.
can you tap them?
Yeah, but nothing happened when I tapped it, so I'm gonna go this way first.
Okay.
There's one up there.
Yeah. No idea how I'm gonna
I
get
feel like I haven't been looking at the screen. You've probably seen.
What were we talking about? So going back to the original point of touchscreens was like the sort of having to, when you bring it, it happens with VR now as well and has been happening.
This is
When you have a
crazy.
new sort of method of interacting, you have to create all these new ways of like doing the interaction.
This is
Yeah.
absolutely
Like there's
stunning.
the standard of like having a jump. Jump is always like your bottom. Like if you have your controller, you've got movement on the left, look
Yeah.
around on the right usually.
Oh, now you tell me.
Things like jump button, back button, and then it like expands from there.
Yeah.
And there's
Sorry,
like,
am I just supposed to leap?
I guess so.
Yeah. Okay.
But so when you just have, oh, there you go.
Nice.
So when you just have like a screen, and that's your one big button, you have to think about much more like innovative ways of
Yeah.
Oh,
something.
this is amazing. I love it. The more of the dots you collect, the farther it lets you go.
That's cool.
So he's cracked it.
I'm smart. Smart cookie.
Yeah, it's weird as well with kind of the, like, I feel like previously with tech, like before we had like a base level connectivity, like new innovation was definitely favored, because I feel like if the tech we have now was like VR was back in like the early 2000s, obviously we had VR in 2000s, I wonder if it would have been adopted much more seamlessly.
If we had VR back in the 2000s.
Nice
Yeah.
haircut.
Hey, but like, but like good, like the VR we have now back in 2000s, because VR's been around for a really long time.
VR has been around for ages, yeah.
But
I've
like,
never done VR.
I feel like VR now, what's lacking in VR is the connectivity between people. It's like it doesn't really feed into mainstream connectivity of like social media at the moment. You can get social media on there, but people I think find it difficult to adopt at the moment because it's not, it takes you away from like a new app or a new phone,
Yeah.
the common connectivity we have now.
I think that is a problem. Wow.
That's pretty.
I think like, yeah, people are so glued to phones and other things and like
Yeah.
having information coming in that as soon as you have to stop that, you disconnect from the actual experience that you're trying to sell someone.
Because like even if
The
like,
color has been brought
say,
back.
I don't know, there was a new headphones which when you listen to it, it projects actually what the music's supposed to represent, or like gives you was it synesthesia, whatever it's called, where you can see colours.
Yeah.
People probably wouldn't adapt that unless it was attached to like an iPhone or an Android. Like people don't really care about the actual tech as a sole product. It's kind of like how it fits into like the framework of society, which I think is the difference between back in the 2000s. That wasn't.
Yeah, people would be
Anything went,
open to
anything
things.
goes,
Oh,
yeah.
Is that what you mean? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like we've lost the innovation.
We've just lost
Try
the
that.
openness to things because we're just like so like, oh, this is all I need, sort of thing.
But I think because we're so dependent, our brains are so dependent on social media to kind of function.
It's true. That's very true.
Yeah, I think.
Michael
Or
does
even
not
just
agree.
digitally, like how much time we all spend on our phones or on our laptops.
It's just we're all a little bit addicted to it.
It's
Just a little bit.
more than just a little bit. Like,
Yeah. Got a minor addiction.
This
to,
is stunning. This is
it's a
so
very nice
pretty.
game.
Yeah.
Like I don't really know what I'm doing, but I like it.
I think this is what I'm sort of thinking about for the game that we're making. Like, we need to figure out, because I think a lot of it is going to be how it looks.
Yeah.
I think we need to figure out the art style to make it look as impressive as possible, rather than just like a plain
Wait, what's
pixel thing.
that?
Yeah.
How do I
So Mark,
see?
every Monday we play a game.
Yeah.
The next one's probably going to be chosen by the audience, and we just talk about stuff. Essentially, that seems to be what we're doing.
Yeah.
I think what the plan is to also start to get guests involved who are either part of the gaming community, fashion community. We're obviously trying to keep it on fashion when there's fashion events happening. I know it's Paris Fashion Week at the moment, so probably next week we'll get one of our editors in potentially to talk about a review of that. But yeah, I think we're just talking about stuff. We do have a list of things. I don't know if we should start trying to get through the list.
We can start mentioning one, see kind of what comes about.
I do here.
So I feel like some of the ones I put in there are quite rogue, just kind of quite vague things.
Everything is extremely rogue. So I guess we're talking about adoption of new tech and stuff. So one of the coolest things that Izzy found this week was that MRI AI thing.
Is that actually one of the topics? Adoption of new tech.
Yeah. This is what I meant when I said put it on the list, not put it on the list to do.
I thought you meant like to show everybody, like to make it like a thing that.
Oh mate, like I mean, yeah, I think we should get there at some point, but
but not on a
don't have the
Monday.
capacity to start like not on Monday.
I was like impressed with like.
This is so impressive.
Yeah.
What is this?
So, do you want to explain it to Carly maybe?
Yeah, so this
And the audience.
is a group, I think group rather than a university in Osaka who have like used stable diffusion and something else I can't remember the name of to essentially take MRI scans and recreate the image that the person's seen in the MRI scan.
That's cool.
So it essentially is taking the brain patterns and interpreting that into like noise, which is then fed into stable diffusion and generated back as an actual image. And you can see the images that they were showing in the MRI scan and how close it's adopted, like how close it's got to it. And it's so close, like it's very, very impressive. And it's a massive, it's like technological advancement really.
It's unbelievable. I was thinking like, as soon as you sent it to me, I think I had like a couple beers, and I was just like, "We're done." Like
standing in front of the pub.
Yeah, it's like everybody stop. But like, it's so impressive. And if you think about it,
cool.
like, if you think about like thought, because I think at the moment AI and how we're approaching like creativity and stuff is in this very like data-driven way, and it all just makes sense. It's all just like makes perfect sense. Like, if you somehow like take all the pictures in the world, which is kind of like the imagination of the whole world, and have a reference to all of it, which is kind of what a person does. Like you see however much stuff, and when you make something, you reference it all. Like obviously without knowing, but I guess technically you're just referencing what you've seen and heard and stuff. So that's kind of what AI does anyway. But then if you sort of have that as your database and you somehow map the brain waves to something, then you can it's like a really easy step to go from like mapping what someone's thinking to picking out from that whole reference pool like what that could be. So it's so interesting.
I think what would be really cool, like this isn't a very hypothetical, this should not happen ever, but if you were to have a child with like an implant in their brain which monitors everything that they see, and if you force them to grow up to become an artist, and if you were able to link back everything they've seen and kind of at what different stages as they create a piece of art, even like a 3-year-old, they draw things, like when they get to the development stage, which is massive, when children draw people, that's like a huge development stage, is kind of how they've referenced that and how they've come about that. Like I think it could really unlock so much within our psychology and how we understand things and perceive life in general. It's massive.
It's like, so I'm just like, every time something like this happens, I always like draw the similarities between stuff. You know, Elon Musk, like Neuralink, it's kind of what, like, that having tech that can like generate the image from the brainwaves. If you have something like Elon Musk Neuralink, which is that sort of chip, which has the
but it's ethically.
It's all ethically like a grey area.
Hypothetically.
But
really.
But like he's looking to like fix neurological diseases first, and then move on to this sort of stuff. But say you did take a chip like that, which has the resolution to measure the brain in like a very high detailed way, you could literally hook your brain up to a screen and just like pump stuff out. And this was what I think my first message back to you was like, there's a debate here between imagination and process. Like, is your imagination, is the first thing you come up with in your head actually better than going through the process of art?
Probably.
And does the process of art actually have a place? Is it like relevant?
Yeah.
Or
I
is
always
it?
find like the surrealism movement interesting in this debate because their whole thing was about autonomy and how you can unlock the subconscious brain in order to continue on that like initial theory kind of idea of when you have your first thing of imagination. So they do like autonomous drawings, autonomous writings to kind of really and take from their dreams. It's all very subconscious based. So it's kind of interesting how you could utilize this and combine that with this new AI, which they kind of are in the process of, I guess, creating the code to be able to do that. It's all very cool.
Yeah. So you're surrealist, automaton, or how am I saying automism? Automism.
Yeah.
Autonomy?
Automatism.
Automatism?
Why can't I say that word?
What are you trying to say?
Automatism. Automatism.
Automatism.
My God. Yeah, so that is like art in the form of like an immediate first,
Essentially, but then
the first like imprint of
Prolonging
the imagination, and then you draw it out.
Do we have friends in this game?
Because obviously then a lot of people distill art down to that. They like have steps that they go through to create everything they make.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I guess it's just up to the artist in some ways, but then I wonder if an artist who has a process could basically like, could you chip yourself and just all day just be like spewing out like new bits of art?
Your own like art style would be cool.
Yeah.
I think particularly as well, just it'd be really interesting how psychology would change with something like this. If you'd be able to, I don't know how this paper and this how they've created this, but hypothetically, if you could create kind of, you know how when we dream kind of in a very surrealistic state. It's very conceptual. It's very kind of taking different elements of our day and combining whatever's we're going through into a dream state. Very interesting to see if you can kind of consistently create that and figure out what your brain is processing or thinking about at any given time in a quite conceptual way, and how it views different things. Like,
yeah, this would be the thing, because once you like, I think the process, like, I literally have no idea for real, but like, what I imagine is that you are able, once you get this map drawn, saying like, when my brain, this is how they do all the like brain control stuff. Like you get your brain waves and you like imagine up, and then you say like, I'm thinking up, so this brain pattern is up and then down, and you like, that's how you do it. So I guess if you get a map that is like, this is me thinking of a cat, this is me thinking of a dog, and that is really accurate, then you can basically extrapolate that and say like, well, you mix up all the brain waves and then you like record your dream, and it can like give you this like bias, this like moving latent space situation of what you're dreaming.
I really don't want that.
It would be really, really interesting.
It would be, because it kind of, your subconscious brain when you sleep, like, which tells you what you're actually subconsciously going through, which is, I think is it 95% of your brain is actually your subconscious brain that rules you day to day.
Yeah.
So 5% you can't really trust what you think consciously, because it's not actually true to form.
Yeah.
But it'd be so interesting if you've got a phobia of like water, how you could potentially trace that back if you combined this with like hypnotherapy, how you could probably trace back the exact moment that you were like traumatized by water, and kind of just the impacts of society in general, especially with there's so many traumas happening every single day with war and everything going on, how you could kind of then remap people's brain by using AI as a tool. It's very interesting.
I'll look at some stuff now. Yeah, it's all very conceptual, but like...
It is, yeah. I think we're getting ahead of ourselves
Yeah.
with this on paper, but it's really exciting future.
I mean, it's exciting, but then also like...
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Very like...
It's scary.
I don't even know if it's terrifying. It's like you kind of comprehend it, but like it's kind of then asking like this. It feels like a lot of power.
That's what I mean by terrifying.
Yeah,
It's
like,
fine until it's in the wrong hands.
Well, that's
what can you do with it that isn't so savory, you know?
And you don't know until you get there.
Yeah.
But even like AI art generated, it's kind of, it's supposed to be kind of the world's images, as you said. It's kind of like all the data put into it, but it's already controlled with like closed source things that are already controlled, and obviously the suing going on at the moment.
Yeah. Well, also there are blocks on it. It is not.
Yeah, it's not free.
It's not 100% open. Oh. Yeah, it's not 100%. Oh, you're getting a phone call. Do you need to pick that up? No, not anymore. So yeah.
It's a very kind of, optimistic utilitarianism view we have on AI, but it's just hoping that it actually comes into the right hands.
Which is the start of every good superhero movie.
It's just like, yes.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Imagination, man.
Like, I thought I was creating it for science and good. Oh no, the supervillain is using it for evil and war.
But then, like, even
the way of the
social
world.
media now is so controlled, and like all three of our social medias will be so different, and our adaptations of the world and how we see the world day to day is so different based on our social media, because it's obviously feeding us all different things. That it's kind of the same thing that's going on, except it's a lot of censorship obviously goes on the internet, and with AI generators and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it goes. I don't know where, like... I think that the biggest issue is the initial worry was, like, no more artists, because you don't have to do it. And if you can even then take, like, imagine this becomes a mainstream thing, right? You, as, like, a director... or like a video game designer or something who uses it, like, I'm thinking about concept artists first.
Yeah.
Like, if you can then, instead of even having to, like, think of the words to make the thing, you can just think the thing and it looks exactly as you want. Is that going to, like, erase that job? Or do you think, like, you'll then have to have people with really good imaginations? Like, the imagination will be the, like... Is imagination always going to be the thing that not everyone has?
Yes. Because it's the thing that not everyone has.
Yeah, but then I wonder with the generations coming up.
See you in a bit.
See you later. Like, the new generations coming up, I wonder how, if you can compare the imagination of 50 years ago to now, because you were way more controlled, like, with what you can see. Like, back in the day, like, as in, like, now, like, TikTok and all this stuff really is changing. Even the discourse of the younger generations, they all speak the same way. It's all trends, and it's very kind of, I don't know, everything that you see is very, like, this is what you're supposed to see at any given moment. You can't really Google things and come across things in as organic way as you could before.
It's weird because it feels like you can see more because there's so much, and then you don't realize that you're not seeing so many things.
Yeah.
Like, even just, like, Netflix.
Exactly, yeah. All through our Netflix would be completely different.
Yeah. But you wouldn't know, every time I go on Netflix, it feels like I've seen everything, right? But, no, I've seen everything that it deemed I would want to see.
It's like, oh no. How are you doing this?
Because I'm terrible at video games.
Does anyone else, do you want to, how?
Sorry.
Here we go.
Good job.
It's because there's also wind.
Yeah, the wind is not
So, like,
helping.
if I
Do you have to, is it, like, on a time limit?
Oh, I hope not.
Not time limit, but, like, you have to get up to somewhere and then the wind blows and you move on.
I'm trying to get to the next thing. So I had to go all the way to the side to pick up another, I think a star, I want to say, to build my path. And now I built the path so I can get across, and then I fell again. But if you get into these archways, you can tell when the wind is coming because of all the windmills. Stay in the archway, it doesn't push you off.
And then now you have to push on. You have to go off
after it. And you have to get to the next part that you won't blow away from.
Here we go.
Yeah.
She did it.
So then I got that one down there.
Have you done this already?
Yeah, I fell around here some part.
Ooh.
I fell on this jump.
Okay.
There you go.
Has anyone said anything?
Is there a time where you can see when people
Gris
post comments?
It's a beautiful game, huh?
Where someone asks if she was making a game, question mark.
No. Do not fall off.
Wait, Shoshi's making a game. I think we can talk about the game.
Yes, but yes.
So we are. We're getting into it. We're getting into it. We're like at the stage of we know what we're going to make, but been a few setbacks on actually executing. Whether we want to get freelancers, whether we want to do it ourselves. What we do ourselves, what we get other people to help us out with, because our team's we're not a game studio.
No.
So there's other things we have to do. Like we do a lot of films. Obviously, we do fashion films still. So that is the plan.
It is, yeah.
And we are I would say we're getting close-ish to knowing
Okay,
the art style
Yeah.
direction.
Go up.
And trying to make, but we're basically, I think where we're at now is we're
shut up.
taking a 2D Street Fighter style, and I think we just modernize it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would probably be a good place to go, because I think so that's kind of a reason why we're playing a game like Gris, is because it's like an indie game.
Yeah.
It's a very stylized art style. It feels different to everything else. So it's kind of like where we would want to be
Kind of, yeah.
in this, not like making this exact thing, but in this sort of range of taking the 2D platformer and making it new and exciting, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really want to just talk about how we're doing it, how I'm planning that we do it,
No.
but hopefully, I think it will be cool if it
'cause
works.
it's still organically kind of being figured out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be very exciting to kind of watch this development even further.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think we'll probably get more into it in
Summer?
May.
Yeah, post-May.
How do I? Oh,
What's the date today? 7th.
Yeah.
nope,
We need
6.
we need to review Hum progress in a week,
Today's the 6th.
Yeah.
and then yeah. But yeah,
Yeah, I
Then-
flagged to just about the lighting setback.
oh right, yeah,
Just that it's kind of been, yeah.
been a whole thing. We should be able to fix that tomorrow
I said, yeah, we've got like another.
once we get the other
Route to
computer
try.
down and we
I need to break that.
But yes, just go back to 503 on the
Okay.
PC, and then we should be able to get it done, and then we can look at that later.
Import
It's
the
just
maps and stuff, height maps.
Yeah, it's just holding us back. Anyway, so we also have a list of things to talk about.
Do we not go over the whole list yet?
On the topic
Good.
of AI,
Should we do music next, or what are you
yeah,
gonna say?
I was actually say Elon Musk is creating an anti-woke, quote unquote, AI.
Is this
yeah.
on the list? Do you say
It is.
anti-woke?
Yeah, you
That's
can
why we
read
have a
the.
list. Dazed. Look at him. He's anti-woke.
You're not wrong there.
Building a based. Oh, like based as in. Like,
I want this
you
star.
know what I mean? An AI to compete with woke. ChatGPT. So what does that mean? Like an offensive one?
Essentially, yeah, that will generate anything you want it to say. Not necessarily generate what you want it to say, but we'll talk about racism, sexuality, nudity, I guess. Just everything that's kind of blocked with
Yeah.
AI chatbots at the moment.
Quote unquote uncensored
so that,
one.
Annoyingly,
Uncensored.
Uncensored.
being-
Censors.
being devil's advocate for this situation, I kind of think it's relevant.
Okay, yeah. I think the topic is relevant, but maybe I think
Tell me why.
there's something there within.
There's something about holistic things,
Yeah.
like if you're gonna, it's kind of like why, it's like, I don't know, it's not more interesting, but is there you have to have both sides of the argument in the tool, like in the fundamental base of the tool, there has to be everything, and you're choosing to funnel down a direction.
The interesting thing with
everything should be.
all of censorship and kind of what's legal and what's not is that bad things will always exist. That's
Yeah.
kind of the state of the world. But it's whether the more you make things illegal, the more underground they go. So kind of that's where we're at the moment is for someone's view on the internet, the
Yeah.
internet's a great place. It's kind of, they don't see anything bad. But for someone else, it's a
Yeah.
completely different place. Or for someone else, they're actually participating in being not very
Yeah.
nice to people. It still exists, we just don't see it as much.
Yeah.
So I guess potentially this acts as a way to kind of, I don't know, bring everything up to the surface, but it's as and when how
Yeah.
people use that.
I think it's impossible to see because what have I lost? Is it my screen?
Yeah, I think so.
I
I got it.
sorry.
I learned a new skill.
What was it?
I can now jump and, oh wait, it helps if I
You
do it
jump and go
someplace.
down. Oh, what?
Yeah, so
That's
that I
cool.
can break those rocks so I could get that star.
Okay. I don't know, how loud is it? I don't know. I don't know how loud it. Oh.
Quite loud.
Okay.
Michael, it's quite loud.
It's quite loud.
I'm going to get another cable. Do you want to talk about what we were talking about when I get another cable?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Censorship, basically. And things going underground. It's the big argument with drugs. It's kind of an argument of drug use will never go away, no matter how much you make it illegal. The more you legalize it, the safer it actually is.
Yes, agreed.
And it's kind of a similar thing here is, you should be able to, certain things should definitely be illegal. But you kind of need to be able to monitor what people are saying in an open way. Otherwise, it just starts to get underground, and you kind of have Andrew Tate's whole thing.
Yeah.
We have a membership club where there's misogyny and all sorts going on, but it's behind closed doors, which you can't access. It's just breeding a new generation of incels, is that fair to say? I guess.
Yeah.
But it's a new generation of, misogyny and incels, basically. That, I think sometimes you do need to have things more open so that you can be monitored, but...
Yeah. This is absolutely stunning. Yes.
Put him?
Yes.
Probably, yeah, it's quite loud. Sorry, Christoph.
Do I ring bells? Can I ring the bells? No. I really want to ring the bells, though. Oh, wait, can I? Bells ring.
I was just talking about... Oh, really? That's cool. It's really cool interactivity. Like, the fact it's 2D, but you can have an effect on things. Just talking about, like, when you make things illegal, you just create an underground kind of system, and it was kind of just, the reference is always, like, the good example is always drugs, is that the more you legalise drugs, the safer things actually become.
It grows in the dark, and then...
But if you make it all illegal, it's still going to exist. But it's the same thing we're talking about as using Andrew Tate as the example of, like, it's behind closed doors that you can't actually get access to see what's been going on. Not necessarily that Elon Musk's idea is going to solve anything or is going to be great or anything, but I think sometimes things do need to be more open, that they can be monitored and tracked a bit better than being
But there's also
underground.
something to be said about who does those things, and he's not doing it.
I don't think his reasoning isn't for like utopian kind of nice
He's
society.
like mad he can't be unwoke.
Yeah, but it's, I guess, the devil's advocate in terms of, it's not like devil's advocate, which is a side story of like making things illegal and not.
Oh my god, I have a shadow now.
This is cool.
It's a very beautiful
the
game.
mirror world situation.
It's stunning.
What's
I think for the game we should think about what the environments
Like
do
her.
quite a lot, and like, for example, like this.
Look at these statues in the background.
This kind of like opposing sides of things is very reality inverse.
It is, yeah.
It will fit in
That could be
like,
really
the most
interesting,
literal, in the most literal like interpretation. But we could do things. We should think about things like this that can happen.
I wonder if you could have, because reality inverse is 360, right?
Yeah.
It's a 360 film as well. Yeah.
I wonder if you could adopt that kind of 360 kind of approach as well within certain levels if it's relevant. I think just taking different influences. I think playing these games is great because you can see that. I think we're not stuck to just having the origins of the game. We can kind of really branch out and have different, make our own really.
Ooh.
Different effects and stuff.
Yeah. Oh. What have you done?
I don't know. Whatever I was supposed to do.
So
So I have to go for a minute and talk to Grace. Even though I'm very much obsessed with this game now, I shall be passing it on to one of the two of you for a moment.
do you want to take over, Izzy? Do
go
some
for it if you want.
iPadding?
Do you want to go for it?
Do you want me to do it?
Someone has to do it. Or you can not do it and I can
watch
just come
this
back
screen.
and play where I was. I have no problem with that. I'm
right.
really enjoying this game.
Going to be the sole player, or do you want? We can.
I feel like Monday's turning in Callie learns how to play video games. She's loving it.
This is all for you.
This whole setup.
Carly's game.
Queen Carly.
Carly's game time. All right. Can you give me the thing?
Yeah.
Do some tapping.
Just some game playing.
So, Yeah. Oh God. So yeah, I think my point was like there's something about cutting things out.
Yeah.
There's obviously different reasons for censorship, but I think there's like honesty.
Yeah.
And when you start to like pick and choose what can and can't be shown, you start. What am I doing? I'm going this way now. You start to lose it, and then like the more you pick and choose, the harder it gets. The line starts to blur, and like I mean that's also very much a film view, like the like sci-fi dystopian future view of where it goes, but like trying to think like another 15 years, 20 years down the line, if we say we have this one AI view, which is like everything's perfect and like nothing bad happens and the AI only talks about nice things, which is what didn't happen to Bing. Well, like what they did to Bing was like they took that out, which makes sense because it's a tool, not a person. But yeah, like I think maybe that is the point at this point. Like, you're not trying to make a person who has flaws and who has things and all of this. You're trying to make a tool.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't have, it doesn't need to be telling you unwoke things because it's not trying to have a conversation with you. It's trying to be a tool for, like, something else.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to play the game. Do you know how to play the game?
No. No, I don't.
Good.
Well, you're jumping.
Oh, maybe I'm going up here.
Oh, does it take you there, or you actually? I know.
No, it's like left stick is a draggable thumb situation. This is like I'm dragging around, and then I can jump.
Right. Yeah, I guess like with all these things, and we talk about like this utopian view, it is utopian. Like it's not based in reality. That's cool. It will take you up, will it not?
I guess so. Let's see. No, yeah, okay.
It's very cool.
I think we'll definitely get this with the game that we're doing, but having a sort of like this sort of design choice where you know that like you always have to go up.
Yeah.
And you can always sort of jump and land on the thing above you. Kind of like you start to learn how to play the game through its own set of rules. It's
a very nice game. I feel like you're so controlled with what you can do, but the graphics make you feel like you're not.
Let's see if I can say anything. Gris? No. Yeah. Oh, where am I? Behind that little hole. Oh, I'm upside down. Yeah. It's a very cool game. But yeah, I imagine this is an extreme amount of drawing to be done. What else have we got about AIs?
AI music.
Could do AI music. So like, how do you do that thing that she was doing? Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, so AI music, amazing now as well.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It's very cool.
I just think like, where does it end?
Yeah.
Where do you stop? Oh, what am I doing? What can I do?
I guess we're going to space, aren't we? I feel like that's the next stop is will you
AI music and then space.
Well, as in like for humanity in general, like it is kind of like.
This like, I guess like once you've completed like, you've done all the different steps of AI, you have to find anything new. You have to start going to a different place.
Which is kind of interesting. I feel like AI almost makes us millionaires and or billionaires, where people kind of get depressed and stuff because there isn't any day-to-day struggle if we use AI as a tool for everything.
What am I doing? Is this right?
I have no idea.
I feel like that's not right.
I don't know, it moved. Oh, yeah. That looks.
Whoop.
Was that what you just were?
Yeah, I'm just going in circles. There must be something to be done. I wonder if I can.
Oh. Whoa.
There you go. Yeah, it's just so simple, and like this sort of thing. Ooh, no. Okay, here we go. Yeah, like, is it space? Is that the next thing to do? In the next, like, the next generation? Well, yeah, what's the next generation sort of thing? Like, you don't have to think about anything. Like, all your content is personalized perfectly to what you want to see. Everything is like...
The way that AI was once described to me, and it's something that I think it was a really nice analogy, is referencing horses. And
Horses?
How back in the day, horses were used to, like, they're working horses. We didn't use horses for like pleasure to kind of ride on. We used them literally just to get from one point to the other, and they were a working animal.
Yeah.
But as we kind of developed and we adopted cars and mechanics into our lives, horses they live a much more luxurious life. They're not, and it's kind of that's essentially what the future for humans will be. Is that
You think we're horses?
I don't think we're horses. I think we're humans. But essentially, we are able to take the things that we find mundane and transform our lives to be able to live in the pastures, essentially, and run around all day and kind of are free.
So I guess like what is the dream? The dream is like you don't have to do anything.
I guess,
you
yeah. Well,
you just choose to do what you want to do and experience things. You don't have to work. Like, because technology affords the possibility to not, like, do anything.
Yeah.
Essentially, like, as soon as you have robots that are built in the form of humans that can physically, like, do the exact same job a human can do, you don't have to do that job anymore. That's kind of like the only limiting factor, right? It's the form factor that we've built the world in.
Yeah, and that's kind of the issue, is that, from my understanding, like, Web3 and kind of the concept which we see more and more of just the metaverse is coming more and more into play. It was a very, like, utopian kind of view where it was very, I don't know, everyone's more equal, you kind of are able to just relax more. But bigger places are always taken wind of that, and it's kind of changed the dynamic slightly, because the ability to only not have to work and to be able to enjoy life in its fullity with creativity only happens if, like, there is universal credit, which is, like, actually feasible for everybody.
Yeah, well, I guess you start looking at, like, a communist society.
Yeah.
Where everything is just shared.
Socialist, right?
Is that? I'm not.
Communism is kind of like, yeah.
Just like where like everyone just gets the same and receives the same, and you just sort of everything is done for you essentially.
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of like, I guess then like you put it's kind of just a shift on importance, isn't it? Like at some points in history you have strength and speed are like the important things in a human.
Yeah.
And then you have intelligence, and like being cool was very important for a while.
Yeah.
Now then like being really smart and like tacky has been important for a while.
Have you not been playing?
Yeah, we've been playing. I did a whole thing on the left, now I've gone to the right. I don't know.
Anything?
We got some glitter berries.
Is that what they're called?
No, I made that up.
No. I don't think they're stars either, but glitter bears is definitely not what they are.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, like the importance of stuff. So then, like, does the lifetime? There's not that much importance on lifetime, like how long you live. What?
Oh.
We're talking about like basically, say you have like what's the end game?
Yeah.
Like, AI is starting to do jobs which we thought were not a thing technology could take over. Well, not that we didn't think that it was possible, but it wasn't possible. And now it's becoming possible to like do creativity do like novel jobs, code like by just asking it to do it. Like you don't have to. A lot of the thinking is starting to be taken away from things.
Yeah.
And you can just like you can write an email without even having to know how to write an email. You know, like you don't have to work anymore. So then, what's the end game for people? And is that like this sort of like free existence where you can just enjoy things?
That would be my end goal, to be completely
But
honest, like to not having to,
Yeah.
not having to work, but not having
You
to.
need to put a mic on. Did you get on?
Yeah.
Is it unmuted? I muted it when you walked. There you go.
Do it.
Okay. I just feel like, not to say like my end goal is like I want to sit around and not work, but I think that you don't have to break your back and work just to get by, right? So
Yeah.
like for people who, I don't know, there's got to be a way that like
Well, this
to
is
equal out the playing
I
field.
think that was the origins of Web3 and all of this
Yeah.
was supposed to be that, but capitalist, like bigger
Yeah.
capitalists
Over it
have
pretty
taken
quickly.
over it
Yeah, 'cause
and
you
have
can game
turned
it
into
so
very
easily.
capitalist
No.
tool. Well, that's the kind of the issue. It's like
Yeah.
this free thinking, you're always going to have greed in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you can't get away from that. But then can you? So then I was saying like that's kind of where we're at. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to break your back to work to eat. It's been like that for ages. Like someone does, but
Yeah.
not me.
Yeah, some
Yeah,
people do have to,
exactly,
some
yeah.
people don't have to.
But slowly, like technology makes it so that almost no
Everybody.
one has to do it. Like
Yeah.
even less and less and less people actually have to do that.
Yeah.
That was what I mean by the end
And
goal. The
then-
end goal is that everyone.
And then like you have, but now like we're getting to the point where like even the quote unquote fun jobs that people like aspire to can be now done by a machine.
Yeah.
I see
And,
what you're
like
saying.
the importance of a person shifts over time from like being really strong and quick to being like where like you're hunter gathering to being smarter than everyone else, and that sets you apart, to being like cooler than everyone else and that sets you apart. Like and then like where does the importance go? Like do you start having like explorers become like the most important people, the people who are bold enough to like go to Mars
Yeah.
and like
Well,
push out?
there's the kids that are going to Mars. They're spending their life on Mars.
I'm sorry,
They're in-
what is happening?
You mean the band?
The band.
Chat shit.
There's like
Kids that go
yeah,
Life on
like-
Mars. There's this band called Life on Mars.
I think they when they were like I think they're like 13, maybe she was. Like they've been preparing to go to Mars. They're going soon, I think.
That's a thing
And
that's
it's a
actually
thing.
happening?
It is a thing. If you
No,
type
that
in.
sounds
horrifying.
It is not. It is not made up. It is a legitimate.
What's it called?
Is he lying to us
Mars
again?
children, maybe. Something
That
like
sounds like
that. I don't know how else
Don't
you
think that's
Google
what it's called.
Mars
But-
children. It's going to be like a little kid eating a Mars bar.
Yeah, I'll find it, and the teenagers. Maybe it's the teenagers going to Mars, something like that.
That can't be right. I'm sorry. What?
I think they're like 21 now. They're like adulthood.
Are they in Mars yet?
No, they're not on Mars yet.
When do they leave?
Maybe it's just one
Because then they're
girl.
not children in Mars if they haven't left yet.
Oh yeah, she's 16.
She was born in
girl.
Mars?
Probably. I think that's probably it.
Melissa Carson.
No. It looks like she wants to go to Mars.
No, it was like I think I saw it on television. Like it was a NASA report. I think it was NASA. I suspect it's probably NASA.
Is she American?
Training
Yeah.
on a mission to Mars. This might be her.
It's like they're spending their life there. They're like have signed up for it, and they're doing an interview with her, and it was like really weird because they were saying
Yeah,
like,
this is her.
Yeah.
Likely to be one of the first people to go to Mars in the early 2030s.
yeah.
But also, like, it's not her whole life if she hasn't gone yet.
But I guess
No.
like
But as in like she won't. They're not coming back once they go.
Oh,
they can't.
They're gonna die on Mars.
that's different. Is Mars, like, ready for us?
I mean,
So I guess that's what they're going to
they're going to go and make it ready.
basically, essentially.
Interesting choice.
I think.
No.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, isn't it?
I don't know where to go.
Yeah, like now is this person going to be an influencer because she went to Mars first?
I mean, I hope that
taking
she would
pictures.
not be an influencer
Red
because she
dust.
did the,
Did she
like,
do it for the fame?
you know what I mean? Like, my theory would be that if you've done so much to be an astronaut and go live on Mars, like, being an influencer is not your end goal.
True.
Like, I don't know. I'm just going to say mean things, so I won't say them.
No, we're not really talking about Gris.
Or do we have comments on Twitch or Instagram?
Have I got any comments on Twitch? Usually we don't get anything on Twitch. Some people said some stuff on the old YouTube. Gris is a beautiful game. It is a beautiful game.
It is, yeah. It's very
I
nice.
concur. So we've already been here. Unless you did something and came back.
I think I did. No? Well, I can't go the way I was going, so
Really?
yeah, I finished that.
Because I went to the left and I got some glitter berries, and then I came back.
I'm mad you're calling them glitterberries.
And then we went to the right.
You did up there.
So I've been up there and I came back again.
Oh, you got, okay. And you went that way.
Yes, we went that way. We came from the left and went up here, got here, did something, went up left, and then then I was going up right. So if you haven't, I think you need to get something from up right if you haven't hit a checkpoint thing.
Okay. I just like
think.
breaking things.
If there's anyone who knows how to play this game,
That would be
literally just
incredibly
tell us.
helpful.
Yeah. Look, all of our assets all match this game style. We've got this little.
It does.
It does,
We've
yeah.
got some stuff.
That could be
It's
interesting.
almost like we tried.
A game full of roses and mixed imagery,
Because that could be a level,
background or
potentially,
something.
but it's not really a fashion show, I guess. But
No, but it's pretty.
bonus level, bonus content.
Like I feel like I'm supposed to be able to get up there.
Actually, one of the things that is actually has been a thing for a while, obviously with social media, is communities and stuff. Like
Yeah.
Discord. Like that is probably our attention is the highest valued thing at the moment. Like
It's getting
having
shorter.
attention. Well, yeah, because it's harder and harder to keep someone's attention. So that's like the most valuable. If you have something like a show that people actually want to watch, like that is where.
Yeah.
Like what's the most impressive is the shows that bring you back to live TV. I still think that's like
What do you mean by
if
that?
you've got like sports
Okay.
and then Love Island.
For any Love Island fans out there,
That's it.
you're not alone. Michael is with you.
It's
Are
just
you
like
a watcher of Love Island Australia,
the one that's on. I haven't seen the Australian
just in
one.
general?
No.
So you only watch UK Love Island? Oh my God, what?
Yeah, like an embarrassing amount, to be honest. Like the thing is, I'm not going to go home and put it on my own, but I will get way too into it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean that's just Love Island though.
Yeah.
Like I will do that. I will not watch Love Island alone. But
Yeah.
if you put it on, it's hard not to like watch the insanity of it all.
Would you ever go on Love Island?
Absolutely not.
I think I would definitely do it,
What?
100%.
You went this way?
I say that every time someone asks
I
me
just
this.
think that you would just go insane. Like, not you personally, but like,
The
one would go
people.
insane. Like, there's just nothing to do.
You can go. Yeah, so that was a problem. Oh god. I heard that you. Oh, I've been so tired all day.
But yeah,
I heard that you can't even read.
no, can't read a book.
What?
Like you
Literally, there is
have.
nothing to do
They
except
force
for people.
you
To
to.
interact with one another.
Yeah, you have to just talk about your relationships.
Yeah.
So you don't have a phone. You don't have any outside news or anything. You just all you get is like what people bring in.
No.
What knowledge that people bring in.
You're happy
And
to go,
then-
and you still are like, this sounds like a good.
Huh?
Like what would
this
you
sounds like
do
a good
all day?
psychological ride.
You're not good
Absolutely
with like, but
nothing.
you're not good with that.
I would lose. I would probably lose my
Yeah,
mind.
you
Yeah.
would not be able to do this.
But regardless of that, I just think that they're all like. I don't know. I think I'd do well.
I don't agree.
No, probably
I
not.
think you'd lose your mind immediately.
Yeah.
Probably after like 2 days, I'd just be like, gotta go. I can't stay with you people.
That did nothing for me.
No, I think we've done this. We've done it all.
It's the whole dynamic as well of like, not even the fact that everyone's in there for fame, but just like everyone's in there and it's kind of dynamics of fancying people and then like, just that whole dynamic is just very like Animal Farm-esque.
It is a little bit. It's interesting.
Not
the
Animal
whole-
Farm. Is
That
it called?
like Animal Farm.
I feel like I don't know what I was trying to reference, but I say that or Lord of the Flies, but
The 3D asset got used. Mm-hmm.
fun. Amazing. It's being used.
It's all worth it. It's all worth it.
That's not even the one that one will be used there regardless. It's the Instagram.
Oh,
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
because it's design who does that. That's cool. You can smash things.
Yeah, I really like smashing things.
Okay, all right.
All right.
I was just gonna look through the list because we're talking about, we're getting really off topic.
Oh yeah.
But isn't that the point? We're just chatting.
Kind of, I guess so. The next thing, so we were talking about AI music and we immediately didn't talk about that.
What is AI music?
So you've got AI picture generators, you've got
Right.
AI talking to you people, and then you've got AI music.
Yeah.
And they used to be like they kind of like infer musical phrases from other music, I guess. I guess you train it on music and then you...
That's crazy.
It's kind of like a cross between like voice synthesizers and music. And like they tailor it for music.
Yeah.
But they've got really good now and there are
need
just
a
like
battery.
services. Really?
Wait, I've
It
just
says 10%.
Oh gosh.
I mean, it is like doing a lot. Where's
On
it
the other
go?
side of it.
I'm sending you something that I did at the weekend, which is to do with AI music onto your iPhone.
Aww. Oh,
Just
okay.
give it a watch/listen. Listen.
What's this? Oh, Mellow Bites. It's a banger.
But just listen.
Did you make that?
Listen.
How cool is that?
Oh my god, can you hear that? It's something. Did you make the graphic?
No, I didn't do any of it.
It make it.
It made all of it.
It's pretty hardcore. Yeah, so like,
Sick.
but there are services now that like will just make you a whole song.
Yeah.
What's the point of that?
Well, I guess like
I guess for like royalty-free stuff, it's
just,
great.
yeah, like background
YouTubers.
music, like
Okay.
stuff. But this is another thing. As soon as that gets good, you can just generate your own like running playlist from
Yeah.
novel. I want 128 BPM for 60
That'd be
minutes.
awesome.
Give me that.
We argued the other day downstairs, all of us, about Apple versus Spotify.
We argue all the time.
We don't need
No,
either.
we don't.
Just
We are
AI.
a loving community and we do not argue.
Argue about yeah. All right.
I think the correct word is bicker. Bickering rather than.
About Apple Music.
Like an old married couple. Throuple?
I guess
Ooh.
so.
Sorry. I don't know where I'm supposed to be
I
going,
think you just got to go up.
but I went all the way up.
God, you got to go up further.
Okay.
Further than you've ever been.
Yes.
Can you go across to the left?
Yeah, but I've been there.
Has anybody seen any good
This is
films
where I came
recently?
up. Not good ones.
Oh yeah. So the slide doesn't. You can't go down the slide.
I did go down the slide.
Then what happens?
Nothing.
This is where I was. Slippery slide.
Should I go down there?
Keep going left.
That's where we just came from,
Is it?
isn't it?
Maybe.
Looks like it, right?
No, keep going.
Yeah, no, this is
Oh, yeah.
exactly where we just came from.
No.
Yeah.
No. Then you can hit
He
that.
might be right.
Then you.
Oh, yeah.
Annoyingly,
that.
he might be right.
Definitely.
I don't try this. This isn't what I've ever wanted.
I don't think that that's helping your case. I don't try to always be right. I
never
just
wanted
am.
this. I just like every day, every day,
Every day I speak and I'm just right.
we stray closer and closer to it.
It happened again, Carly. Like I couldn't get something to work, and Michael came over. As soon as he walked over, it worked.
Okay.
Just looked at it, and I was like, I promise it wasn't working.
I must just
before."
seem like so like angry all the time because I just like
You don't
as soon
ever
as
seem
people
angry.
like do it, I just look at them and just go.
You go,
Stupid
cool,
one.
and then
Yeah,
just walk away without any reaction.
then just leave and everyone's just like, oh.
Yes, I find you infuriating.
Oh, it's
But you know that
really
already.
annoying.
Well, Mr. knows what's going on. What the heck am I supposed to be doing here?
Oh yeah, like the tether cable lock. There you go.
But the second I get up, it's not going to do that.
Can you walk around like that?
Yes.
That's cool.
That's how you walk around in the wind.
Oh, did you have to figure that out, or did it?
Yeah, I figured everything out. There were no instructions.
Can you get both of them at the same time in the middle?
Oh, maybe. Nope, not like that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh. There's a little sweet spot. This can't be how you do it. Oh.
Oh, wait. I kept forgetting.
What? There you go. Look at that.
Nice.
Smashed it.
Whoa.
It's such a cool game.
Music is very good in this.
Yeah. Do you think it's AI generated?
It's AI generated.
We should look it up.
Allegedly.
Look it up.
Supposedly. It's definitely
And
not.
there's definitely a composer. This is the thing, there'll be a point, like at the moment, AI stuff is not going to be as good, but there will
Yeah.
be a point where it becomes indistinguishable, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
What makes that a problem?
Because then, like, it's hard to make an argument for paying for someone to do something.
True.
Yeah.
Do I want to go farther up? Do I want to go to the
Like-
left? What do we think?
In like 80% of 90% of cases, not all cases, like Hans Zimmer still going to do like all the movies. You're not going to
Yeah.
have an AI make your movie for probably the next like
Oh no.
2 decades at least. You're not going to have like an AI film director.
I
But,
don't.
like,
Yeah. I feel like we spoke about this before, right? Of
even
like,
less actually,
you
but
still need the knowledge to be able to create the AI prompts of what you want to see. Like,
at the moment, but
Yeah.
also you could prompt the prompt.
true.
So
Prompt the prompt.
you could say, give me a prompt, and then it will give you a prompt, and then you're off to the races. Ooh.
No.
Do we want to talk about?
What were we talking about? I feel like as soon as there's a topic,
AI music.
we were
Yeah,
talking
we
about
went
it.
off that again. We were talking. I asked has anyone seen any good films recently?
So you've got some down here. I saw Megan.
Yeah.
Oh God. You did?
It's so funny because we obviously spoke about this earlier.
I
So
know.
you're trying to prompt me to say the thing.
You're being like, I can see you planned this.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
You got literally the receipts.
Yeah. So Megan,
Yeah. What do you think? Out of 10? Out of 10. Out of 10 for a horror film and out of 10 for a comedy.
out of 10 for a comedy, like realistically,
6, 7.
yeah, it's like it's like a high 6, 7.
That's what I've heard about it too.
It is funny
For
though.
a horror film, like for scare factor, like 3 or something.
Yeah.
Is it like psychologically scary at all?
No.
No.
It's disappointing.
I was terrified. Like, I hate horror films. It's just not my thing at all. And I went to go see it in the cinema, and like before it started, I was like pretty nervous. I was like, what if it actually is a little bit scary? But at no point is it scary. Like, it's so funny.
It's just so far removed from reality.
It's like it feels like a satire of
Yeah.
a horror, but it's like a legit serious horror film.
Yeah, it's meant to be a serious horror film.
Like, who decided it was a legit horror film? You know what I mean?
There was
What?
there were moments where the first thing I was thinking is like, how have they done it?
Yeah.
See, because it's the premise of the film is this toy that is sort of like combined with AI
Yeah.
Right.
to make it a sentient sort of toy, but it's also like a therapy tool for the kid. So it's for like a child. It's a child's toy, but it's kind of like a therapy tool, and it learns about them and teaches it, and it kind of takes over the role of the parent.
Yeah, kind of caregiver.
And what's funny is it's kind of self-aware in a way that tries to help it.
Oh wait.
Like, it feels like they've got these outlandish things they want to do,
Yeah.
but they have to be
That was stupid.
like somewhat self-aware of that. Otherwise, people be like asking the questions, so they
Yeah.
address it like almost immediately. And then you're just like, it's like, why have you even like gone this route? Like, they immediately address the kid, being like, why would you want to not be a parent?
Yeah.
If you like, why would you do that? It's like, oh, this is creepy.
I love it. I saved him to get that for me so I could go do this.
Yeah, and like from the beginning, you know, it's a bad idea as well.
I mean,
Yeah.
from the image, you can tell that, like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, you didn't sell this to me with the how you made this girl.
Honestly, Carly, I really hope that you see it.
You should watch
I'm
it.
not going to pay for it, that's for damn
It's
sure.
so
I
funny.
think we paid for it.
Like, there's so many moments where you just like,
you didn't see anything.
like, what's just happened? Like, she just kills people left, right, and centre. Like when she kills the guy in the forest,
Yeah, the guy in the forest.
it just like rips his ear off.
Yeah, that is so right.
Like,
But also, like, just watching, like, the dance clip that I've seen, I'm like, this is
Oh
a
my God.
ridiculous movie.
Yeah.
How do I...
It felt, as soon as I saw that, it felt like they were trying to do an Ex Machina dance scene, weird dance scene thing.
yeah.
Does
But
Ex
the Ex
Machina have a
Machina-
dance scene?
Yeah, it's like unbelievably classic.
I don't know that I've actually seen this movie.
Have you seen this movie?
I don't know, actually.
It's a good one.
I feel like I have, but, like... It's
is
what's-her-face, right?
This is
Good old
prime.
what's-her-face.
Good old what's her face.
Isn't it like a guy
I'm getting adverts.
goes somewhere and...
I've been getting really strange adverts.
Yeah.
It's like it's another AI film.
But someone's been Googling, I've had that all day, the same advert. Like this guy's been on my screen like 4 or 5 times. Talking about, I don't know what they are, prompt cards.
I've been getting really weird adverts. Like at home, I've been getting these like pregnancy adverts or something.
Something you'd like to tell us?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Like,
don't
but
know.
you know how AI works. It's
Yeah, I know.
So like I said, is there something you'd be
No,
meaning
but,
to
like,
tell us?
What is it? Like, I don't know what it would be.
it's when people nearby to you Google stuff.
Oh,
It registers your GPS. And
Do you think?
Two
it is, it's literally
people in this
how,
building.
it's how it works.
Yeah, someone's pregnant in the building.
Yeah.
Okay, I finally figured out what I'm trying to do, and now I'm failing at it.
And so this is the lead up. Is this the lead up? Here's the
Is
dark.
this the one I saw?
Have you seen this one?
I can't see anything on your screen. It's very dark.
It is weird. It's just the new way of, I know it's not.
No. There's one that's something similar to Ex Machina, right? Where a kid goes to this guy's house and like there's an experiment and there's an AI girl and he didn't know. Maybe it is this film, to be honest. I don't know. It's
He does.
this
He
film,
does.
isn't it?
He brings this kid. I guess does he win something?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
does this girl look like though?
She's like someone.
Right? That's what I think, but I can't see her.
It's a classic dance movie. Look at his face.
I've never seen the dancing.
So she is a AI robot girl.
I don't know if this is what I'm thinking of. Isn't she blonde?
No.
Can you show me just her?
Are you thinking about her?
No.
You thinking about something with Scarlett Johansson in it?
No. Just like images. Yeah, that's the film I'm thinking of. She doesn't look like that.
Oh,
though.
maybe there are two.
Okay, I was like, that girl looks Asian.
Isn't she?
Yeah,
She's not?
There's different.
Okay.
There's different robots.
So I
you've
don't
got
remember the
different
dancing.
models.
Oh my
I
god.
think he's just sleeping with the one that he was dancing with. So that's kind of her like purpose. as
Oh,
such.
okay, yes, that I vaguely remember.
Yeah.
And he's trying to save this other one, right? Or whatever. I don't know what the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I watched it and was like, no.
it's good.
It was good, but I was like, no.
No, that's a good movie.
Oh my god.
So yeah, moving on from Megan.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Cocaine Bear yet.
about to mention Cocaine
Absolutely
Bear.
not.
On the list. I almost watched it over the weekend, but I didn't.
I found out today it's a true story.
Yes, it is.
So
It's actually depressing.
everyone's saying that, but
It
didn't,
is.
didn't the bear just like do a load of
I mean-
cocaine and die?
Well,
Do cocaine.
Huh?
Do a cocaine.
Do a load of
I
cocaine.
thought you said do a cocaine.
Did a cocaine and died.
so he died eventually, but he did go on a little bit of
Thanks, Callum.
a rampage. Obviously not.
It's okay.
Those aren't going to line up the way I want them to ever.
Take that home. Alright, see you in a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so it was something. It was nicknamed Pablo Escobar.
Yeah.
Escobar. Like the story in the 1985, and yeah, he did cocaine, 1 or 2 cocaines.
He did a couple tons of cocaine.
Yeah, and died of an overdose. Very sad. And yeah, she was inspired by the story, but wanted to kind of like tell, this is her words, the victim's story, which is the bear's story, in a different
Yeah.
way, as if what could have happened if the bear survived.
that is telling the best story.
Yeah, it's like literally, it's like she says something like the victim obviously in the actual story is the bear because he ate something and didn't know it's going to kill him. Apparently, he ate like £20 million worth,
Yeah,
or
it was
£16 million worth
lot.
of cocaine.
Yeah. I guess once you have a
As
little
in
bit
money,
of it, it's
not
very Moorish.
pounds. Like,
Yeah.
it's Moorish, did you say?
It's like that,
Oh, come on.
Like, if you're a bear,
Yeah.
you eat
If you're, yeah.
a tiny bit of it, you're going to be like,
How do I get that one?
there's loads of it here, I'm going to eat all of it, right? You get immediately addicted.
Yeah, in my best bear mentality, that's what I would think too.
Yeah. And then, then what do? You go on a rampage because you've got a lot of energy. That is crazy. I do want to watch it, but it seems really dumb. And I don't know if I want to pay to watch it. You know? I'm waiting for Netflix.
Fair enough.
Okay,
I
now
think it's
what?
going to be Netflix. I feel like it's a bit,
Highbrow.
I think
Okay,
so.
what do I do now?
It's going to be on, Amazon Prime.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't hate on Amazon Prime.
I'm not hating on it.
I did watch a musical called Valley Girl on Amazon Prime last night, though, so, you can hate on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime's a weird one because it doesn't ever change. Whenever I go on there, the interface is exactly the same.
Yeah,
The
it's
recommended
dry.
film's exactly the same.
Driest interface. Sometimes they update it with some new films.
Yeah,
And that's
it's
it.
a big block at the top.
I feel like they're not pumping as much money into their TV series as
Yeah.
they did a bit of a run of it, and now they haven't.
Yeah, but also, it's Amazon, right? And so Amazon's doing 700 other things that I feel like this is not even a priority to them.
Then I also feel like sometimes if you Google a film, it probably will be on Amazon. So
Yeah.
many things are actually on Amazon. They just don't advertise it actually in their own platform.
Get to advertise.
Yeah. Oh no,
So
how do
what
I
is
get
this,
up there?
I can't find the actual leaked pictures.
Oh,
What are you looking for?
I think did I not put a link? No,
For
I
what?
didn't. Joker 2.
There was the Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Joaquin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I never saw the first one.
No, me either.
Really?
No, absolutely
not?
not.
Not my thing.
It's great.
It
No.
looks really creepy.
Oh yeah, it is.
How do I
It's
get?
like
No.
don't need
He's
creepiness in anyone's lives.
he's putting in a shift, and I think from what I remember it was
Putting in a shift.
it was actually quite sad, but it was kind of a bit more. And you know Heath Ledger, have you seen
Yes.
that version?
It's the only version.
He's got a pretty cool version of it, which is twisted, but not terrible, not depressingly sad. But
Yeah.
this is a little bit on the depressing side, going into that depressive state sort of
Yeah.
side of the Joker, rather than I'm a bit twisted. It's I'm actually a really sad person. But it's good.
It's interesting. I always think about this with the narrative of future generations of children, because we never got told the fact that bad people are normally bad because bad things happen to them. Whereas I feel every single big character now, they often have a side story which is portrayed as they were abused or X, Y, Z.
That was the best thing in my mind that Disney ever did. When they started doing the villain stories and it was really they were just misunderstood or something tragic happened.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. Obviously not enjoyed it, but
But it's interesting. It's Hitler. It's he was sexually abused as a child.
Was he?
yeah.
Yeah, famously sexually abused and mentally abused and physically abused as a child, which kind of created the psyche that he then went on to be. It doesn't excuse what he did, but it's kind of
There
different
are
element
reasons,
that we're never really spoken about. Not that you should have sympathy for Hitler though, but
No.
I guess
he went on to do awful things, but
Yeah. That's the thing. A baby isn't inherently a serial killer.
no, you can.
But then there's
There is an argument for the serial killer gene, though.
yeah.
But I think same thing. It's
But it has to be,
intergenerational trauma.
yeah,
it's
it
kind
has
of
to
what
be,
you
prompted.
it has to be prompted to be brought in an environment where that can happen.
I don't know what I'm doing.
What else we got? What's the time? 7. Another round maybe?
I'm We did this thing, and now I don't know what to do in this
Are we talking
thing.
do we have anything on here that's more like gamey? Oh,
No, no. Just
No.
pick rogue,
No.
rogue things I could
Rain
find. Lady
World.
Gaga.
What about her?
So her dog was stolen
What?
in 2018,
I think
Okay.
I've heard about this.
and the dog napper, like 5 people arrested, and one of the ladies, like the reason why I think they found the dog, something a bit blurry on the story. All I know is that she's now suing Lady Gaga. It's like £500,000 because
$500,000, yeah.
Lady Gaga
Defamation.
had a no questions asked if you know anything about my dog, and they gave the dog back or something like that.
Oh, and then she.
Now she's suing her, being like, it's supposed to be no questions asked, but I'm in prison. Along the lines, that's kind of how I interpreted the story. I have no factual knowledge to kind of back up that's exactly what happened, but
It's kind of amazing.
Oh, so basically, this woman stole her dog,
yeah.
heard about, then Lady Gaga's like, I've got $500,000. If you can find my dog or give me any information,
Yeah.
you'll get in that money. The kidnapper gives back the dog,
Right.
and then they're like, oh, so you stole the dog.
Yeah,
So then gets arrested,
right.
and now is like, I want that money though.
Still want the money. Go to
I mean,
prison,
honestly,
but
fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
Still use the money even if you're in
that's so
prison.
ballsy though. Like, to be
Very
like, I did
ballsy.
steal your dog, but can you pay me?
I wonder
Yeah.
if she's like in prison. They've just been like, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
I need to get paid.
I should be paid for this.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I'm at a standstill.
I always think that's rogue when like there's always. I feel like it used to be way more popular to hear about people being like, there's a reward for
Yes.
finding this thing, and it's like, I think maybe too many people have been burned where like either
Yeah.
they can't actually pay or like the money doesn't come. People don't want to pay once they find the thing. Like yeah, so it just doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, I think it's because like the trust in humanity is kind of gone.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
Got Rain World.
What else have we got on the list?
We're running out. We've got. I don't know if we actually want to talk about this. The Chris Rock thing.
What's the Chris Rock thing?
His new comedy special where he just said a lot of really rogue things.
About like.
But I didn't actually watch it.
I haven't watched it, so maybe we can't really comment on that.
Yeah, it was just like, I just saw a video on Twitter, and
Good old Twitter info.
There we go. Something's happening.
Yeah.
Right?
I think On's probably,
Please, yeah.
yeah.
On, yeah. No, yeah. I think we need it. We're quite bright on the thing. We could go on a bit. We could go up a bit more, but.
I think,
I think we're good. I think we're all right because
Yeah,
I think
thank
I've had
you,
to
though.
open up. But thanks, mate.
I'm stuck.
Yeah. Do you think
I
we
don't
want to
really
go for the
understand
cozy
why that
vibe?
happened. I'm feeling very cozy.
I think it just get. It might,
but,
it might be
you
a bit
mean
too
like,
dark.
I don't know about right now, but I think in general, right?
I think when we go back downstairs, yeah.
Also, though, like, you can't, like, say no and then immediately go and turn the light off. Like, that's not an option.
No, but I'm just thinking like in general, like.
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
we do want to go for a cozy vibe rather than a
Sofas,
My vote's just...
clinical vibe.
blanket,
Yeah. My vibe is, like, sofa,
Yeah.
mood lighting.
mood
It's,
lighting, coziness,
Fair enough.
popcorn,
yeah. We didn't get
no,
any food
I
this
think-
week.
food.
I think we can.
Still
Oh
time.
god, yeah. Should we?
There's still time. I'm hungry.
We have to
Also,
stay
I'm
here a bit longer.
stuck.
What kind of food should we get?
I do have some popcorn downstairs.
What?
I have popcorn downstairs.
Is it butter?
One's butter and one's salt. I need someone else to do this because I'm stuck and I can't get anywhere and it's really,
Okay.
yeah.
No, I'm
Oh.
busy.
I haven't been paying attention to how you play at all. Whether it's
You, like,
What's wrong with the internet?
this walks in directions, that jumps, and then, well, like, tapping it jumps, and then tapping and dragging down,
Okay.
yeah.
how, okay. We're going to do exactly what you've just done. Oh my goodness.
It's okay.
Oh my god.
I've done exactly what I've just done like
Should we
15
look at some
times,
fashion?
so...
We've got an hour left, 40, 50
You could look
minutes
at the Valentino because that's the only thing I've seen.
left. Is that all you look at? All you look at is Valentino.
It's not even pink anymore. I'm disappointed. I mean,
Junior.
Then we had a little bit was pink, I think.
yeah, but it wasn't like the pink is gone, like it's over.
Right.
Which I
Or was
mean,
like
it
a
has
big-
to be.
Why does it have to be?
I mean, it was in the sense that it obviously would end at some point.
Right.
Right, like,
Oh, bollocks, this is really hard.
Do you guys play games anyway?
no.
I do.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
What?
This is, so Roisin Pierce, Ray's shot for them.
Oh, wow.
Oh
that's
yeah, I
cool.
did see that. That looked cool.
Our very own Ray Nadal. I don't think her film's up yet, but it should be.
Where is she putting the film?
I don't know. I think I saw it either on her Instagram. Oh, maybe it is. It's just not linked. Oh, it is up. It's just not linked to the. No. This is old. This is last year. Okay. Well, didn't know that. Yeah. What else has happened this week in the world of the world?
I don't know. I was searching for a while, but it's quite a lot of sad things as normal.
Yeah.
I heard we were talking last week about the trains in America.
Oh, yeah.
No, but it was like the trains. It was when Bex came down and said something about like
Yeah,
what's
that was
going on in America, and I was like, oh, the train crashes. She was like, no, the chemical disasters.
All of it.
And then it's like every 2 days there's a chemical disaster in the U.S.
Oh, that's wild.
But the only thing I did have to say about that is like, that's the U.S., but is anybody taking those numbers for anywhere else? Like, is the U.S. more than everything else? Or is that what's happening everywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it was also that kind of idea of like, I'm supposed to be, I'm recycling and I'm doing this and this for the planet, for my future, but like, who's stopping the chemical spills?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, like, have we got to the point where we're just hoping for Mars to be a success?
I'm not going to Mars.
Bennett.
I'm just going to throw that
How
out
many
there.
generations do we have left, really,
Well, that's, yeah, not many.
that are going to be like, that aren't going to have to. I feel like in a couple of generations, like, life is going to be drastically different.
Even like, well, you have, was it a nephew?
I have a nephew.
Yeah. But like, no, the relevance of this is like when you watch stuff that they grew up with, it's crazy. Their kids' TV programs are literally just like information.
Yeah.
It is very, very different.
I can't say
Yeah.
I've seen a kids' TV show program in a while. Although I did after that conversation see an Instagram post about. Do you ever watch Alex Mack?
No, what's that?
It's a girl who got caught in a chemical spill. What? And got superpowers.
Oh, this is not a real thing.
I think we, like,
Yeah,
it's a real
a TV
story.
show, like like an American Nickelodeon television show. And I just thought, like, considering that statistic, it's actually kind of hilarious that like that's like the big thing that happened to her was that like,
That's where we're going.
yeah, she like got caught in a chemical spill and she like turns into slime.
Oh, wow.
It's a very good show.
She becomes a slime girl.
She can slime in and out of like rooms though, and like she solves crimes and stuff.
What are you talking about?
Alex Mack.
Fair enough. What's happened in fashion? Let's try and tackle.
I mean, it's still Fashion Week.
It is still Fashion Week.
I think. How many more days?
Oh yeah, no.
Today? Tomorrow?
Until tomorrow, no. Tomorrow is the panel. But is she's back? Hattie's back tomorrow, no?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think so, yeah.
I like that none of us can tell you when the last day of Fashion Week is.
I think she is back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about fashion?
Yeah, like, wasn't that the whole, let's not talk about
Well, I mean, I don't know what else it's all about.
well versed in?
You talk all day long. You can't think of one thing to talk
What are
about?
we talking about?
I really do think this is
The Idol
gorgeous
is
game.
coming out.
Oof. Have you read anything about that though?
No, what's wrong with it?
So Sam Levinson,
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
The Idol. Sam Levinson is clearly an issue, right? Like he's the one who made Euphoria, and now he's made
right,
The
yeah.
Idol with The Weeknd, who's also notoriously like not great.
But there's been like conversations from the cast and the crew about it being like a really like toxic and abusive environment, and like that they had to ask things to get cut out that were just like, it's very like rape fantasy. Yeah.
So, a teen got overdosed, found unconscious by her little sister. Yeah, so obviously this was like, someone seen there are no less than 37 exposed penises.
Yay.
I mean, like, so this got pushed back, right? Quite a lot.
Yeah.
And it felt like a little bit of a show in limbo, because it was like meant to come out and it got advertised, and then it didn't come out and it got pushed, and now it's finally coming out still.
It's just...
And it felt like they were just like doing it, making it a bit arty. Like they've been like, oh, we're just going to release it when it's ready. But maybe it was because they were cutting.
Yeah, I think it was more that. It just had a lot of... I mean, Euphoria is already very, like a lot. I don't even know a word to describe how much Euphoria is. And this is potentially worse. Like there are multiple scenes where the main female character is asking the male character to rape her, and like upset that he won't do it.
In what? In
The Idol.
In The Idol.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Weeknd's in it.
It's just very...
There's always a lot of people in it.
Yes,
Yeah. But like Sam Levinson also like in Euphoria, like everything he cast was like, other than maybe 2 characters, every person cast was just that person.
Yeah.
Like he wanted a drug
to be the
addict to be that main character, and like make them go through all those things that they have to go through and they're dealing with for a television show.
That's insane.
Yeah. And like Sydney Sweeney, the one who's like obviously like half naked 95% of the time in the second season, actually said no to a lot of things. Yeah, now we're talking about Euphoria.
Wait, so this is what Euphoria was? Getting a drug addict to...
Yeah.
Isn't
So
that
Zendaya plays the drug addict in Euphoria. I realized you've
Is
not
she a
seen
drug
it.
addict?
In Euphoria.
But is she in real life?
No. So he wanted to employ an actual drug addict, and basically everyone was like, no, that would be maybe a little traumatic for them.
Come on, Sam.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit too much.
But then also in terms of the whole like Sydney Sweeney, who's basically naked the entire show, actually had to say no to a bunch of scenes. And it's like, okay, if you're saying no to a bunch of scenes and you're already, like, he's just doing too much.
He's pushing. The thing is that, like, obviously it's like too much, but it's like kind of the thing that like either it happens and you look back on it as weird, or like does it happen and people just think it. I think more and more things like this are just being like flagged early days and just
But I think
pulled out
also,
before they come out, you know.
I was talking to a friend about it last night, and like I think there's also like Skins.
Yeah.
At the time
Yeah.
Skins came out
Yeah.
was like a lot. However, Skins was also like lighthearted and like quirky, whereas like a bit, right? Whereas like Euphoria is not in any way ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's got like really serious things, but mixed in with quirky. I don't know. I have no idea.
There's also
like you
just
need another one.
like, sort of like
You need
Yeah,
another
there
star,
is.
but I don't know what the stars are.
Oh, right, you're
it
finding a star
called?
for this.
Yeah, so basically it's telling you, 1 second, please. It's telling you that you have, I think, 1 star, which will get you to 1. But then you need a second star to like get you to like there.
Right.
But I can't find any more stars. I got stuck. I didn't know where else to go.
The balloon does something, but it doesn't actually move?
So I got the balloon to go up, so you could get onto it, but it then doesn't go any higher up. It was like attached to the rock at the bottom, and I broke it free, and now you can get
Right.
on it, but like you can't get anywhere from it. So what's the point of getting on it?
Because like, it looks like it was going to go back down, but it doesn't.
Yeah, and you can't jump to those, and you can't jump on it. Oh wait, how did you?
Oh my god.
upsetting.
How did I do this?
I mean, it's amazing. Oh yeah, okay.
and then you just jump off onto the side.
But why would you want to jump off to any
You
of
get your
those?
glitterberry.
Where's the glitterberry? Oh,
Oh, what? I didn't even see
I
that.
don't know that is a glitterberry.
I think
I'm
it
also
is.
mad that I'm now calling it a glitterberry.
Yeah, you've infiltrated.
I guess it must be, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, it's probably a glitterberry.
Again, Michael, with the whole, yeah, you just go do that, right?
Yeah, literally.
I've been doing this for like,
Mm-hmm.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
this is because you don't listen to me or pay attention to anything I say or do.
But surely I can go up the other way. Did we go up the other way?
I think we've gone up.
No, because I couldn't get up there.
Right.
Like I can, so now you can get down, but like how do you get up?
I think I can jump from the platform, I'm hoping.
Where's that going to take you? You know what I mean? You can do it, but I don't know where it's going.
Don't know.
I think it just brings you back to the same place. Let me try it.
I'm not really too sure what I'm trying, but
But I think if you go back to where you were, where it like lit up, but you couldn't use them. Remember what I'm saying?
yeah, okay.
Then you should be able to.
Nicholas has asked when chromaticable interlude.
Wow.
That's a great question.
That is a great
Nicholas.
question. I mean, they.
Watch this space.
Yeah, exactly. They're coming,
They're coming.
and they'll come however they please.
Okay, so then you want to
no
like,
confirmed dates.
they have to be like lined up before you can. So wait, there, yeah, and then oh no.
I always get a bit too carried away when I
I feel
thought,
like we talk about the chromaticable interludes like every
That's
2 weeks.
because the monsters are real, man.
The monsters are real.
they're
They
out
want
there.
what they want, and like I get that.
We need to give it to them.
I will one day.
So we just drop it live on one of these.
Ooh.
Actually a really good idea.
That's one surefire way to get yourself in trouble.
We have the power.
You don't,
you've done
though.
it.
Yes.
So I can just go up here?
Yeah, you could just walk on them now.
What?
Oh, making progress. This is
so.
similar to the look we're going for Hummer,
For what?
the networksy thing.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. It's starting to hurt me.
We're making progress.
I feel like I want to do something with those bells.
You guys
Like
don't.
what happens if you
know
like
anything
drop
about
on a bell? They'll do the thingy where you like, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay.
This.
But on a
The
bell.
bell. See if I can't. It's weird. That's not working.
What have I been doing with my weekend?
Nothing. Okay.
I guess this makes it.
And jingles, but I don't know if jingle is
then.
doing anything.
Oh,
Did you get asked something?
Why'd you say oh?
has Rihanna had her kid?
Yeah. Yes.
I think so. I've seen a headline.
And then do the thing where you hold it down, like you did last time, maybe.
Holding it down, but. Let me just plug in that. Can you, like, if you run and jump, like, if I was high up, I wonder if I can get the force to come back down.
Maybe.
Did you see this historic deal thing?
Let's take it.
The deal to protect the world's oceans thing.
No, I feel like you're just reading headlines now.
Oh yeah, no, but I saw someone sent this to me as well.
What's,
So it's basically the High Seas Treaty aims to place 30% of the sea into protected areas by 2030. So I think they're just doing like, you know, like we have like obviously like national parks and
yeah.
is it doing that for the sea?
There are like 3 in the UK they're going to do.
3 bits of sea.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
sections of the sea.
International water, all countries have to have a right to fish it.
Maybe not.
I'm trying to like quickly read it.
Not sure.
Good to know.
That's pretty good though,
Yeah. Exciting.
I guess.
I can only do that. Oh, now I'm stuck again? Cool, that's awesome. Oh,
Oh.
It is wild. The sea is a wild place.
doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, what's everyone's thoughts on the sea?
Thoughts on the sea?
I love the ocean.
I think it's cool. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
It gets it done.
I'm like-
day in, day out. It's all
Obviously,
on the field.
think that innovation and science and discovery are really good things, but I also just like, I don't need to know what's down there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like the sea. a lot. However, when you're like deep in the sea,
Like, I don't need that.
The sea like terrifies me.
Yeah.
have you ever been, when you've been in the sea and it's literally just like you look down and it's just actually just black, like it's just so deep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't, that part I don't need. And I don't need to go discover what's in the depths of it. Basically, any science fiction movie, I don't need that in my life.
Yeah, it's just like I think as soon as that happens, my imagination just like takes over. And
Yeah.
That's it.
My sister and I did like that type of deepness of the ocean, but with wild dolphins, and they make like this
Yeah.
sound, and you can't see them because it's so dark. And
No.
you just
my
hear this sound in the water, and all of a sudden there's just like these it's really cool, but it's pretty scary at the same time because all of a sudden these dolphins just come past, like.
Right. Not about that at all.
But they only come there to play. They have absolutely no sole purpose. They don't eat. They don't.
What, in the
depths.
ocean?
In certain bits of the ocean, like they know boats are going to be there with people, so vice versa, you go
They're
there
so
to
weird
see
and I
them,
love them.
and they come there to see
play.
you.
Oh my God, you were right.
What?
Oh yeah, I was going to say if you can. There you go.
Are you kidding me?
Didn't do it. That's really annoying.
Oh, I'm gonna run out of juice. Might have to switch off my. Oh dear.
Do you not have a second one?
Have a second laptop?
Second charger?
No, that's my actual like laptop.
I like that your mind went exactly immediately to, we need a second laptop.
Game feed. Pull off that.
Okay, so you can get all the way up there. Maybe I have to jump across.
Cool.
How long
the
are we doing
ocean's
this
a
for?
crazy place.
Do you swim in the ocean?
Do I swim in the ocean?
Yeah.
Not by choice.
Really?
I mean, look, this is my. Yeah, we were talking about this the other day.
Yeah,
Was I there?
I do.
probably in the room, I guess.
Yeah, you were definitely there. You just weren't listening to it. I don't mind the ocean, but I don't like. I think it's also just England, the British Ocean is
Oh,
different.
that, no, absolutely not.
But I also, I don't know, I've never been like a huge fan of the whole like
Yeah,
doing that. But yeah, but you said you are.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the ocean. I am going to be that person and say that I don't necessarily consider the ocean here the ocean.
That's fair enough.
Is it?
Do you know what? Actually, the top 25 beaches in Europe, England has 4 on that list.
Yeah, I've heard. Like, the
Interesting.
thing is,
Shocking.
if on a good like summer day, you can go and
Yeah.
go to some pretty good beaches here.
What's
They're a bit more interesting.
Doodle-door?
Doodle-doo.
Doodle-door?
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
And like Cornwall, Dorset, what's
Yeah.
from that part of the country is
Like,
like
I
really
live-
nice.
At home, I live
Amazing.
relatively close to Doodle-doo. Whoa.
There she be.
Oh really?
And it's like, but yeah, it's
I
just
know
another
Doodle-doo.
beach. Like to me, like I'm just like,
It's a nice beach though, is it
yeah,
not?
it's alright.
It's like
I just think like when you go to the beach, you get some
Feeling of
sand
it.
in something where you don't want sand, and then like you get some salty water in your mouth.
this
and
is what I don't like.
Then you go home.
Yeah, but with sand in you then your socks.
Yeah. That's how I feel
You know
about
what
it.
that says to me? You haven't been to a good beach.
That's what I mean. But these are like British beaches.
Yeah,
But even in general though,
because-
like when you're on holiday, like I think I romanticize swimming in the ocean so much. Like even now, like I'm saying I love it, but I know when I'm actually there, it's the salt in your eyes is the worst thing.
No, it's fantastic.
But I if I go to the ocean, I actually don't mind going to like a stony beach and just walking on it.
Really, the noise.
Like not actually like hanging out on it, but like you just go
Yeah.
for a walk sort of.
No.
It's kind of, that's like, it makes you sound like a really old person. But like,
but
I
you
like
are.
You
that.
collect the
For collecting rocks.
rocks.
I don't collect rocks.
No. Okay.
But yeah, no, I just think that's a, oh, hello.
I kind of wanted to know.
Would
it was over
you
here if I
ideally
got
go
all
to
the way
Rocky
there.
Beach in the summer or the winter then?
Rocky
Like,
Beach in summer or winter?
Yeah,
Um,
because I feel like I'll let you.
I don't know. Rocky Beach in summer. I don't know what we used to do. No, yeah, definitely in winter.
Because I say when you're nice, like I was gonna say, I feel like in the winter, Rocky Beach is like a special place because you get all wrapped up, really warm. It's freezing cold. But yeah, are you a pool person or okay? That's answer the question.
It's really aggressive.
I'll do a saltwater pool. I hate chlorine. I'm an ocean kid.
Yeah.
Like, but I grew up going to the Caribbean every summer as a little kid.
Yeah, I feel
And that's why I'm like, I don't even do the Jersey Shore. I mean, I do it because my friend had a house on it and we grew up doing that, but like...
I feel like, yeah, if you
don't.
grow up with, yeah, like an actual beach, it's a bit...
Do I get another color? I want another color.
I really feel like I haven't taken... Oh, here we go. I don't take advantage of the ocean, or I didn't growing up.
Well, yes, yeah, you kind of wouldn't know.
You wouldn't?
Like, when you have it on your doorstep,
Yeah.
like, you don't really pay attention to it.
And you're not gonna go like on a beach vacation if you have the beach at your house.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, I grew up, my parents have a group of friends that they've been going on beach vacations every year for years. And then it just came like they're like my aunties and my uncles.
Oh, she's sliding.
Oh no. Oh, what?
Really cool.
We're in the vines.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be
I
doing.
think it's just going to take you wherever you... I don't think you have much control.
No, I don't. Doesn't look like it. I'm trying to jump to see if I can get to other ones, and that's nothing.
I wonder if we could make the game more like this, like a continuous flow rather than stage-based.
I do enjoy the continuous flow, I'm not gonna lie. And I like don't have to fight anything. It's just like peaceful and happy.
Well, this is the thing that we're like ours isn't. It's not going to be a fighting thing.
Yeah. But also
I
like
wonder if it's more about like meeting people,
Yeah.
and, like doing a thing, and then you move on.
but it's also nice because there's challenges obviously, like, you know, but it's not like I don't know
This
the
is
word
like
to
this is
describe
like
it.
puzzle. So there's no
Yeah.
there's no time limits or
Yeah.
stress. It's just
Yeah.
you just keep jumping and you keep.
I mean, there's a little stress. Every time I can't do it, it's a little stressful.
A little bit more.
That sounds more of a me issue, though. Whoa.
This is pretty. Yeah, I mean, even the concept of the fact that
Is Raquel watching us?
assuming you're developing more color, is that right?
Yeah, so you're developing more colors. This is my second color. But you also are developing more, like, skills. So, like, I couldn't do that thing where I jumped the first time.
Turn yourself into
Such
a
a
rock.
simple concept, but it works so well.
This is Zelda game design,
Love
I've
Zelda.
never played Zelda. I don't play video games, though.
where you just like introduce a new concept at every dungeon.
Yeah.
And then that becomes, or like that concept is for the dungeon, then you gain the skill and then you use that in the world and that becomes like a new thing you can do.
Did you ever play it on like Xbox/the Wii?
I played that Wii one.
Because like, did you play it on the original, like on the Game Boy and stuff?
I never.
first?
I think I had like a PC version, but I was like too young to like
Because-
actually
What is this?
do it properly. But
Like that's such an ingrained like childhood memory of
Something.
amazement of watching this tiny like pixel graphic also on the
Yeah.
Wii be this like actual world that you could explore.
yeah,
It's
the
very
the Wii version was
I'm
amazing.
not supposed to go in this
Twilight,
direction.
was it Twilight Princess?
cool. I think so. Yeah.
It was actually
like-
a really good game.
I just remember the. I think
Oh,
we got
no.
Sealand. You're in the like the forest at first. I'm pretty sure. And you're like
Yeah.
exploring the forest. It's so nice.
I don't know why it was so good because I feel like in my memory of that, it looks better than the newest one.
I don't.
What do you
Like,
think
I
happens if I
reckon it
jump
looked
off the
horrible.
edge?
I think you got to do it. Give it a
I kind of
go.
want to.
Jump, 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 jump. Maybe you get a flying thing now. You
Only
gonna do
one
it?
way to find out.
Whoa.
I mean, she's already dead, so she can't really die.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, isn't this about like grief or something?
Or you just bounced? There's also not been any. There's been no words and there's no talking yet, right?
No, there's no words, no talking, no interaction with other.
vibes, just vibing
That's
it.
really nice. Oh, these little mushrooms.
I think this is something we spoke about like a month ago when we were talking about 3D SHOWstudio
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
oh my God, look at these cute little guys.
this is a good example of something where you don't have
I
to
want
be.
to smush them, but like I want to interact.
It's good enough to not want to be on social media, like flicking through things. You can actually spend time doing it. And I think like you just, because we were like my point was like, do you want to cater to that and speed everything up and make everything instant?
No, I don't want to.
Person? Or do you just, the flip side is you make something good enough to like take people away from that, which I think is the way you have to go. Like, the sort of argument is that everything is terrible. Like there's so much stuff and most of it is awful, and that's why people have to flick through it so quickly. But if you actually have, if you had loads of good stuff, everyone would take the time to look at it.
I guess as well, like most things don't have an actual meaning / purpose / story too. Like even when a lot of the stuff that you see, even films, stuff you see on Instagram, they're not actually
telling you
taking a basic story, but it's not actually got the heartfeltness of like if we were to do what we're kind of planning to do and do through different ages and stuff.
Yeah.
How has actually got a purpose of
Oh
sentiment.
no.
Like similar to this, it's obviously grief.
There's like, but it's sort of, it's just good storytelling, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's kind of what you, I think like, it's shown quite a lot in the design of social media. But the, like humans are really easy to like
manipulate,
yeah. And like if you tell them a good story, they'll listen.
Yeah.
And if you show them enough like bright colors, they'll look at it.
Yeah.
Like that's how it works. And
that's very true.
It's literally what's happening to me right now.
yeah.
I'm like very much at peace.
Yeah.
I like to pretend I'm a little more deep than that, but is anyone?
Because that's what
No. Like humans are humans.
That's just like in human nature. For like, I would say like it's like a majority thing.
Or mushrooms.
I'm not moving. An interaction.
There's another thing.
I mean, it ran away, but actually I did interact with something already because I like broke something free of a rock and it helped me get to something else.
The other guy. You haven't seen any glitter berries yet.
Yeah, I mean, I also chose to go down rather than up, so hopefully that was a good idea.
That's really cool, the layers they've got going on.
Yeah.
The parallax.
It's just, super effective.
But it's also interesting because I feel like if I didn't go down, I went up, that was still the right way. Like there isn't like wrong ways, if that makes sense. It's just like everything. It's like a choose your adventure.
I love those books.
It's like that game design is always like, I feel like that was promised for a decade of like games. I think after the PlayStation 2, like the PlayStation 3, the whole thing was you can make games big enough that like the ending is massively different depending on your choices you make.
Yeah.
There's always always fake.
Yeah.
I think it still is.
Yeah.
I think the problem is you can't, but I mean maybe it won't be if you start using like AI to make your content.
Oh.
But if you still have to make it all, you know? Someone still has to make up all the endings.
But isn't that the fun?
Yeah, well, I guess, that's the sort of the point. Oh.
No.
You,
Oh, well, we knew that was going to happen. This is going to be... I'm not really good at jumping and landing on things properly. Honestly, in video games or real life.
when do you have to jump and land on something?
Anytime you jump.
I guess.
What?
When are you jumping? I don't
To be
jump.
fair, the way you phrased it was like this sort of day-to-day thing, a bit of parkour on the side.
Yeah, what are you doing? Every time you get off the tube, do you jump off the tube?
Do you not?
Just leaping. Imagine, I'd be so worried. She like leapt out of the central line.
You gotta watch the gap, you know?
Said watch the gap. Oh, here we go. Oh. Have you got a new power yet?
Not that I can tell. It's not being able to get to where
you
I'm
know
trying to
what's
go successfully as many
So nice about this setup as well, because it feels very remnant of childhood, of when one of your friends would have a game that you don't have, and you'd all go around and you'd sit and watch them play the game.
Yeah, or like you have like siblings and they
Yeah.
play the game. But I feel like that used to be a whole thing.
Maybe that's why I never played
Yeah.
any video games.
Because you said you got an older sibling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister's 9 years older, and it's kind of like you just kind of you get allowed to do like one thing in the whole game.
Yeah, yeah.
You're kind of just watching them.
Oh, fucker.
Oh my god. Oh dear.
Jump, please.
Um,
I just want to get all the way up there.
so, yeah, I feel like Sophia was saying that to me a while ago, that like she would play games and just watch her brother essentially just play the game,
Yeah.
and that was it.
That's what I did in university. I just watched my flatmate or my roommate
Oh, dear.
play games constantly.
Here we go.
What type of games did you have to watch him play?
Devil May Cry and Kingdom Hearts. I played Kingdom Hearts literally once.
Devil May Cry is great. We could play Kingdom Hearts at some point.
Yeah.
I think there are some
enjoy
games
it.
that are too long to get into. We could probably play this again, to be honest. And
But like I feel like the game we played last week, I wanted to play again. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we're doing that.
we're doing
to
too
me.
many. Well, we can cycle back around to it. I honestly just forgot my Xbox today.
But we'd already decided we were doing this today. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I was meant to get it on the Xbox though. It wasn't meant to be on iPad.
No, there's nowhere to go there. Yeah. But I think it's also because I don't play games and I don't have ways to play games that now that I've started playing, I'm like, I want to play this forever. And I wouldn't play it at home.
Well, get this on your iPhone.
But I wouldn't do it, is what I'm saying. I'd like watch a movie instead.
I think, yeah, I think there's, like, I don't particularly like just sitting down and playing games because I feel it's not productive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm convinced that that's from education,
Probably.
you know? It's like the guilt of not doing your homework
Yeah.
and playing games instead.
Oh, him. Hi.
He's eating a square apple.
Yeah, it's an apple tree.
Did you see the head of Giselle?
Yeah, it looked really good.
Pretty good. I feel like I don't think it's life size. I think it's a little bit smaller, but it's like pretty close to the size of the mannequin head.
It was cool. It was really cool. The oh, it's following you. The little it was like very surreal, like stepping out.
It's weird, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with
Surreal, like a
him.
block.
We should just print someone's head out full size and just see how good the scan is.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Out full size. What's happening?
He's following me.
You're meant to be like that.
don't
Does he not
know.
follow you if you're not a box?
No, he follows me no matter what.
All right.
But I was wondering if I could like interact with him.
Like we are both boxes.
Then he hides.
Oh.
The second
You
I
are a
turn
box.
around and look at
You are a
him.
box like me.
Like he's with me now. He's my friend. I don't know what he does or what kind of friend he is, but I haven't had a friend till now, and I feel like that has something to do with steps of grief.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is like, video game wise, like like this is fun for me right now because I can do something while I'm doing it. But like I couldn't just be at home playing this and not talking to anyone.
Yeah.
I think the social side of game, like that's another thing that I don't necessarily like playing games alone. For a long time, I was like, I'm only going to play a game if I'm playing with people like online.
Yeah.
But so having a social thing is like,
I gave him the apples.
oh,
I wonder as well, like
How do we get to that apple?
what's he gonna do?
myself having an older sibling, you having an older sibling, and Sophia having an older sibling, like how that comes to play when you're now able to take control and play the games.
Yeah.
Having siblings, full stop. Having someone to play with.
You don't have siblings.
I don't have siblings. I didn't have that many friends when I was a kid that were like come to the house or anything like that.
I feel like yeah.
Like my cousins, but
I used to have, I think before I had like any sort of game console, I used to have a friend who had for some reason they had like an SNES or something.
Oh right, yeah.
You know, there's like the cartridge,
yeah.
the cartridge thing. And we used to just try and play Fox, what's it called? Oh my God, Star Fox.
no idea what that is.
Star Fox is like that game where you kind of Danny was referencing it for Hummer.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of fly around and you fly through gates and stuff.
Yes.
Interesting.
And like the hardship of having to try and get those games to boot, because you'd have your cartridge and you put it in and it would never read. So you'd have to like take out,
Like an
like blow on it,
N64.
hoover it, and then like shove it back in.
That's what the N64 was like. Did you guys have
Maybe
that?
it was that.
Nintendo 64?
Maybe it was an N64.
Maybe.
Oh, that's what I had. I got my parents to get me an N64 because I was like,
Oh, you had to jump over it now?
I realize this now. I was like very excited. Oh, hi, I made a friend. Oh my God,
What are you going to do for me?
this game is stunning.
I love this promotes this give and take. I've given you food, now you provide for me, little cube man. What's it going to do? Oh,
Oh.
he's taking you into his dungeon.
I think it's supposed to be a happy place, but yes.
It's a hole.
It's part of the adventure, Michael.
In the mushroom hole. He's just like, let's go and do drugs together.
I don't think that's what it is.
There's a lot of mushrooms down there.
I feel like he wants me to be down there. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm supposed to be following him. I might be wrong, though. He found another apple. The chewing sound I'm not the biggest fan of.
So
But now he doesn't hide when I go towards him.
we were talking about the VR, social in VR,
Yeah.
and like it's not a social experience at the moment.
Yeah.
It's not. Question mark.
Oh, well, not really. I guess it's the opposite. Like you sort of plug in and then you are excluded from the world.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's like,
He does what I do.
you do what you do. So yeah, you got to jump him up here.
He was up there, but like he does what I do.
Yeah, you got to hop him. So wait. There you go.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Very excited.
He is bound to you. It's like a chicken.
Is that what chickens do?
It's like
Oh, but he can't jump as high.
Next one, right?
Interesting.
you know, when a newborn chick is born, it gets attached, and attachment
Like a-
psychology.
Like a what?
Oh, he's the key.
Oh my God.
He's like Neo.
You know, like little ducks. Ducks do
Yeah,
that.
ducks. That's what I mean, not chickens. I guess the same. He's become attached.
Yeah, he's
I
like
think he
my
has
little-
other cube people.
Hopefully.
Say it again.
If there are other cube people.
Maybe, but I don't need more than one friend, do I? No.
Yeah, so in VR, you would like be seeing this and you'd have no like, I know spatial awareness that anyone else is really in the room with you. We'd be watching your screen, but it's like
I don't know how to get him to go up there though.
just to kind of watch, not to actually interact with. To kind of
I'm sure you have to go and like.
I don't know if I was supposed to break that, but it was fun. I feel like I wasn't. I feel like I needed that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where the VR sort of space goes in
How
terms
did he
of
get up
like.
there?
Because they like this is the what's it called? The other guys.
PlayStation 1.
So PSVR's come out. I need to have a look at that before I actually make, because it looks pretty good. But the Facebook, Oculus Quest, and like their whole like is social interaction apps and stuff, where like you are a chat room with avatars,
Yeah, that's pretty.
sort of thing. But they're like in the move of like creepy Wii people.
Yeah.
But
We people.
yeah, you know, like the Wii. I don't remember what they're called, but the Nintendo.
Mii's?
Whoa.
I think they are me, like MII.
Mii's, yeah, that's it. Like, is it better than a phone call?
No.
No.
I think that's where we've got to like.
Not when I have video call.
In terms of social interaction, especially like real-time social interaction, you got to ask yourself, is it better than a phone call? And it's not better than a phone call, you're doing something wrong. Like, is a video call better than a phone call? Yes, in some
Yeah.
ways. But
I think if you had like haptics,
yeah,
that's where it gets a bit more interesting.
it gets weirder though as well.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I guess so.
He's just feeding this guy.
Yeah, basically, I'm just feeding him. I'm not sure why,
gonna
but
get
I'm okay
bigger?
with it.
It's just littering like an absolute
I
fiend.
mean, but it's apple cores. Like, surely that's okay.
Here we go. Oh,
Oh,
Oh, did I
down.
get him stuck?
oh, you've
My friend's stuck.
maybe jump and bash.
But then he's gonna be down there.
what?
You
How do you know he's going to go down there? Can you jump on that side?
Yeah.
You've done him in there. Is he dead? Oh, he's there.
Is he dead?
I thought he like.
Don't think anyone's going to die, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the thing is that no one dies. You're just dealing with like grief of death.
Oh, that teamwork.
Whoa.
All right, we're coming to the end.
He's rolling down.
Do you think this has been a successful stream?
I think you have to ask our viewers. Do we have viewers?
No, I don't know. I actually can't see.
Twitch, YouTube, do we have comments?
I can't
Do we have
get
people who'd like to know things?
live chat. No one wants us to tell them anything anymore.
Oh. Yeah, it's been a while since the last comment. Are
Yeah.
you watching it on?
I'm on YouTube.
I'm on YouTube, so there's
Sweet.
2 of us. There's 3 watchers I can see.
You left me.
Shit.
It's one person. Probably
hurts.
like someone downstairs.
Me, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sort of like repaint the world as you go. Yeah.
Cute. It's very cute.
I had a
Very-
friend, but he left me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we could do.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Just paint the color back in. Cool. How's it going?
What's the name again?
It's called Gris, and it's kind of like a hand-drawn art style indie game. It's quite interesting. So it's actually like, I think it was Raquel's suggestion, but obviously she's not here.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, it's very nice and subdued and calm.
There's
No
very-
killing in it. Yeah, I know. It's barely a game.
It's my kind of game.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
I wish you all good night. Enjoy your
Good.
game.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes.
Nice. Are you off to Portugal? Have you made that decision
At the
yet?
moment, I was supposed to on Wednesday,
Great.
so I'm definitely here tomorrow.
Cool.
It just depends on the wave heights
Yeah.
and then fluctuating.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's what we know. Try and get a drone of it.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I need to speak to Andy about it.
Take pictures remotely from
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll have to think about that. Panel tomorrow. Last panel of the season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool.
There's
Good.
only 2 people on it.
Really?
I thought there were 3.
We said in morning meeting we had 4, maybe 5, unless someone's dropped out.
There's Otley, our assistant.
Yeah.
Young lady, I don't know, and of course Emma. So it's 3 at the moment.
Oh.
I don't think Doug was confirmed. I don't think it was
Christina's
confirmed.
friend.
I think it was a maybe.
Right.
It was a maybe.
It was a maybe. This morning, in the morning meeting, it was 2 definitely confirmed, and then the rest were potentials. But I don't think it's been
TBC.
developed since then.
Cool.
I'll drop advertise.
Yeah.
See you
All right,
tomorrow.
thanks, Nick. See you in a bit.
Bye.
We didn't get any food this time.
I know. I'm really hungry now.
I'm
I
very
really
hungry.
regret.
Like half an hour ago when it was mentioned.
I did say it.
You did.
You should have done it.
You should have just
There was
done
no
it.
reason for you not to have done it.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
You
it too
guys
late
don't
now?
watch F1. I mean, we could do. I mean, I kind of have to stay because I need to
he's
move the room around and build for the panel.
AI.
Oh, AI for the panel.
So you're feeding
What have
me?
we got? We must have options.
Yeah. Maybe some options.
Oh, you are rude as ever.
Oh, maybe do some tonight.
Completely forgot about that thing with Andy.
What thing?
Thing with Andy. the drone.
If anyone on the stream knows how to take a long distance shutter. So
What the actual? That's not it.
it's just, I'm sure there's an app for this. I'm sure of
I
it.
have to do that. I don't have any other options. An app for what?
Is it going to have more things filled in or different colour?
So I had just red and now also green.
And in the end, it's fully technical.
Yeah. It's supposed to be about like the 5 stages of grief.
Oh, right.
And so I'm slowly, yeah, I know, exactly. I'm slowly like recoloring my world.
Oh,
It's actually very like Gris.
oh yes, I have heard of it.
It's very like soothing. I'm really, well,
Have you played it before?
no.
Here we go. Found it. There's always an app. There's always an app for it. Yeah, there's always like a deep emotional meaning to indie games. They
Yeah.
never just like jump around a bit. It's like, although
I
we could
just,
say,
how do I, I'm over it.
I was thinking, well, it wouldn't help us for how it is because then if we took any footage from the beginning bits, it would look really boring.
oh yeah, it'll all be black and white.
True.
Yeah. It's like, just wait till it gets good.
Yeah.
Right.
I promise.
Yeah.
Don't get
Oh,
out.
yeah. I was going to ask them today. I know we haven't sent them anything yet, have we?
No. I'm sort of playing.
Oh, we still, yeah.
I'm not playing, but I'm trying to work out between sending it too early and
Yeah.
actually sign it off.
Okay.
I'm saying you don't have to commit to the money. You just have to commit that we're definitely doing it.
I made a list
Yeah.
of things I was supposed to do. Didn't do any of them.
Yeah. Fair enough. Cool.
Because otherwise we've got no leverage. It's like, oh, we've done everything, whatever, and they'll just carry on.
Yeah, and we'll just never actually. Yeah, we'll just turn up on the day without being confirmed. Yeah. That's not what you want.
In the afternoon, right? In the afternoon
That was tense.
with the Polaroid, the expired Polaroid.
How much is that? How much is that a frame? Like £50 a
It's
frame?
expired.
Doesn't matter. It's still
You
like
can't use it.
so expensive. See it?
You can't use it. You can only use it artistically, which you don't do. So,
Also, like I held my breath throughout that whole thing when you did that.
Look. So the thing is that when you jump, it changes.
what?
What
So
changes?
look.
Oh.
So I know what I'm doing. Yeah. But there's no.
I really do hate you.
There's no.
That's infuriating.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, well done figuring it out though.
I know, but like,
fucked it.
okay, now I feel better. Thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So you just got to get on.
Because it kept doing it, and I couldn't understand how to like get to it.
Do you and Sophia like ever play any like good 2-player like video games?
I want to play. There's a game I want to play, and there's a game that we should play. I need to go from the other side, maybe. Overcooked.
Yeah.
You mentioned this, yeah, with the your cook.
Yeah.
Cook.
Oh, should I ask Nick now about VR
Yeah.
or tomorrow? Should I ask him?
Your turn.
Okay, does it? Okay, it changes each time too. So I could go like.
Don't forget you're mic'd up. That's fair.
That's a very good point.
I don't think you heard me though.
No. How do you do this? Okay. You have to go.
It's
that
just
way,
one of those things you
maybe?
do it a couple times and you figure out what it is, and then it's like, okay,
But how do you actually get to?
yeah. But like I feel like that was the thing. It was like, okay, first I had to learn what those things did, and then once I learned how to do it, I had to redo it and get there because you need that star.
Yeah. Okay, I should be able to on this one. No.
Oh, because it's gonna turn. Huh. Interesting.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm just gonna keep talking into the mic.
Oh yeah, that's quite loud. Oops. I don't think anyone's listening. I'm fine.
I mean, fair. Oh, I also was saying, did you remember that you were mic'd?
That's
Let's end this.
it. Okay.
Wow. It's 2 minutes to 8.
Is it 2 minutes? I thought it was already 8.
No.
Have we got anyone viewing us still? I found an app for my thing.
Do you want to end
Yeah,
it in
what's
any
the
particular
cooking
way?
game?
4 people watching.
Yeah, do you want to say goodbye?
I think we should say goodbye.
Yeah, I think it's nice to. Right?
We are still working this out.
Yeah.
I would say. I think we're taking steps to being in a place. The way that this will go is we'll have guests,
Yeah.
which will make this more interesting and more worthwhile for the viewers.
Yeah.
And I think it will work.
I think so. I think we've got a really good. We're discovering the format each week. Like each week is
I mean,
progressing.
yeah, we're getting to. I think we know what we can do and what we can't do. That's what where we're going.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to be asking people to give us suggestions for the next time.
That's a good idea.
Otherwise, we'll
kind of
just play
would-
Gris again.
Yeah, I was going to say, I kind of like to play Gris or, what was the other one we played? What was the one we played last week?
It's Hollow Knight.
I'd like to continue playing a game, if
not
that makes
allowed.
any sense.
Well, we've got to switch it up.
I don't want to switch it up. I already found 2 games I like.
Oh, God.
I don't like change.
So life is about change. Gotta embrace it.
But everything else in my life is changing, so this can stay the same.
Well, no one's any.
Yeah. I guess so. Oh God, this is so difficult. I can't do this.
It's like really, really, really soothing until you get to a point where you can't get the thing you want, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute, I'm actually not happy anymore.
This is crazy. So, Josh wants us to play more League.
Yes, I did
Anyway,
see that.
So yeah, I guess I stood up. I guess that's it. We will see you again next week at 5, probably more like 5:30 because that's just the way that it works.
It's the way things work around here.
And we will have a new game to play. My laptop is dead, so I'm gonna have to do it manually. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Bye.
joining us. Bye.